Hello, everybody. Good to be with you, Emily.
Hello.
And we're just getting started on our prototype showcase stream. And Emily is a first-time co-host and has slightly different buttons than we're used to. So we're gonna work out making sure one of us is driving one thing and the other. But hello, Derwent. Good to see you.
Derwent.
Thanks for joining us. And maybe we'll just kind of say hello for a minute and let people filter in and make sure we have our plan for getting the screen share going. But yeah, we're going to be going through all the prototypes that people have listed for May 2024 session on our website's listing. And if you are running a little behind and still trying to get your listing in, as we're going to start at the earliest listed and run all the way through. So as long as you get it in by the end of the stream, we'll be able to cover it. So how are you doing, Emily? Just let's have just a quick check-in. What you've been up to?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I've been doing a lot of game design and working on some publishing stuff. So I got my listings in about 2 hours ago under the wire, and I probably have 1 3/4 of them actually ready to play in screen top, with another one that's like halfway there, like it's on the previous version. So I need to make the updates. So I figure with tomorrow morning, I'll be totally ready to go. Come noon
Right.
tomorrow. It's gonna be
Right.
great. Yeah,
That's the not working corporate life, right?
that is true. That is true. I am not doing the corporate life right now. So instead, I am doing the game design life and the preparing for Protospiel Online life. So it's
Yeah.
been great. Yeah.
Well,
What
yeah.
about you?
I'm preparing for Protospiel Online, but in a completely different way. It's so funny because you all are just doing completely different tasks to be able to present your games as designers, and I'm doing customer service and sponsorship support and all of that sort of stuff as we're getting ready and
Yes.
learning how to use Twitch better. So we're hoping that we'll know when the ads are happening this time. This is like going to be our first time having that under better control, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We have the control. It's
let
gonna
me
be great.
let me see if I can see your screen if you share it, or if I can make
Yeah.
it an
Let
option to
me
share with everybody.
try this. Oh, nope. I need to update permissions to allow screen recording from my browser.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Now that
gonna
we're
be good.
live, do
Yeah,
you what does the chat look like to you? Are you able to let people see?
I am not. I just see got 3 messages from Derwent in the chat.
But you're not
Um,
able to, if you click on hit what he said, you can't show it on the screen.
mm-mm,
Okay.
I can't.
It's a lot of driving for me to do.
Yeah, so I can surreptitiously drop for a hot second and reboot my Chrome
Okay.
such that it works.
Let's do that.
All
Gives
right, I
everybody a
will
little
be
bit of time.
right back.
Don't leave me, Emily.
Ah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna leave you.
I will, for the moment while Emily is away, I'll just talk by myself about Protospiel Online itself, and uh, and then we can switch screens once she's back with me. But I'm the one who will be blathering the most, anyways, while we're on this screen. So, oh, we got her back. Maybe.
I'm back?
Almost. There she is. Okay.
Yes. Can you
Yes,
hear
you're
me?
back.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Oh, and there I just knocked my keyboard onto my lap. That was amazing. All right, let's see here. We're gonna try this again. Protospiel Online, share. Maybe?
Yes. Yes, we can
Look
have
at
it
us
now.
go.
Perfect. We figured it out. If you can kind of change the shape of your browser until it's filling the whole screen, and then like zoom in so it's easier to read. That's what we'll do.
Okay, hold on. Oh, this is where everyone discovers that Emily doesn't use Safari and so doesn't know how to make that work. Oh, hello. That's a lot of zoom. All right. Is this closer to what you're looking for?
I think so.
Okay.
I guess the chat can help us out. Is that easy for y'all to read? It's probably a little bit smaller for me than it is for you, I would say. You might be a little bit delayed too behind us. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so what's going on with Protospiel Online this time? You'll notice this is a real listing. Protospiel Online is a real thing that I've been developing and testing for 4 years. And this is the 14th playtest, we'll call it that. And I've gotten some feedback recently about a lot of the metagames that we play and made some changes to the way they work. A lot of those things I don't usually focus on making big changes. Like bingo's been pretty much the same thing since October of 2020 or so when I released it. But especially we have Derwent with us, and he tends to be one of our bingo aficionados and has said it would feel easier if it was possible to know whether that square could be filled without needing to discuss with a designer, because it's really common. This is different at Protospiel Online than in-person Protospiel. Usually in-person Protospiel, after you finish a game, everybody's still sitting physically around the table and they're like, oh, what did you bring? Let's talk to each other for a little while in between. And there seems to be something different about being online where it's like, well, call's over, time to hang up. And like if the designer has gone on to the next thing and hung up that call where you were in the playtest, like you might not feel like you can get a word in to ask, do you think that this mechanic or whatever is a match for your game, which is supposed to be the original like Protospiel bingo that was launched at Protospiel Chicago. That's how it worked, and I was modeling it after that. But I think that this was good feedback from Derwent. So instead of all of the mechanisms that we used to have and themes, it's more like just aspects of the game, like how long does it take to play, things that are on the players wanted post, so you can just refer to that and know whether it matches. And things about the designer are a lot of things that could be in their profile. If you open up if you click on their name inside Discord, if they've added a tag, it's things like like which team they're on, and they'll have their team as a role, those kind of things, or what their name starts with, things that are simpler. So that's how bingo's changing. And other than that, it's more or less the same. But we've had a secret identities game. If you're a seasoned attendee, you might have heard of secret identities. And it's been a very confusing game. I actually tried to play it myself a lot more this last round. I placed it as my own game last time. And really that word secret was really messing people up. Like, but it's my secret identity. I'm not going to tell you my secret identity. It says it right in the name. Right. So if you are an attendee this time and you got your DM like welcoming you to the server, you may have noticed that you have a protopal, which has a first name that it's just been randomly assigned to you. And then you get to fill out the rest of the details about your protopal. So this is like your little companion for the weekend that is a space for you to be creative. And if somebody asks you about your protopal, like your pet, oh, who doesn't want to tell people about their furry friend, right? And share that. So that can be your very quick like question that you give to each other to get to know, or just to kind of keep track of how many people did you meet and kind of talk with at the event. And you can earn entries by collecting people's protopal names instead of their secret identities going forward. So we'll see how it goes. And we have some ideas for making it, even more fun to play with the protopals. We'll just see how people like what people naturally do and where the friction points are and everything. So that's something we'll definitely want feedback about and watching for. Emotion tornado was Jamie's randomly assigned. a lot of these were randomly generated, but I remember one of them, I didn't really like it, so I decided to change it to Infinitesimal Tantrum, and
Mm.
I found that one very amusing personally. But, yeah, so we had those for a long time, kind of the same, batch of, secret identities, and so this is a major kind of facelift that both of those both Bingo and Protopals have had. And then something else that's brand new, we've never had it at all before, is the hall activities. And these are all, most of them are bots that are just free bots. You can get, I've discovered this thing called top.gg. I'm not sure how commonly everybody else knows about it, but lots of bots. And so they're just like little simple games. They're all things that work in forum type channels. That's kind of the how the sausage is made background. These channels that have the activities in them are a forum type channel in a Discord server. So they work a little bit differently than this like stream of consciousness chat thread that is most commonly seen in a Discord channel. But this is a place where we can have sponsors, and we do have a good set of sponsors for this first test run of having hall sponsors, and each sponsor is sponsoring an activity that I've created for you all to do. They are we have a guide for the activities. Actually, I could probably put it in the chat for you. I'll find that link really quick. But that just kind of, they're all pretty simple, and we'll take you to a quick how to play for each of them. And yeah, it's a great thing. It could be a great thing to do in coffee talk while you're just chatting with sorry, there's Derwent. While you're just chatting in coffee talk, you can also have activities to play together now, such as kind of like a Wordle type game or Connect Four, things like
Connect
that.
4. Heather kicked my butt at Connect 4. We tested it.
You were, I think, so you said you kind of forgot, like after your first move, you're like, I forgot how this works. Did you forget that it like drops to the bottom and you were just like, what happens if I push this button? And you're like, oh, that's what happens.
No, I think I forgot that, like, the way to win, it's like tic-tac-toe, right? Where you need to trap someone into you've got 2 ways to win and they have no choice, and I forgot what all of the different patterns that sort of do that look like. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep going, and eventually I'm sure I'll find a way. And instead, Heather found that way before me. So
I don't think I have anything like memorized for
I
how
don't know
that
that I had it
works.
memorized, but I figured I'd just like recognize it, right? Like I
Yeah.
recognize the tic-tac-toe pattern I need to do. I figured there'd be something akin to that for Connect 4, but it's been a little while since I played Connect 4, so I forgive myself.
Yes. As it should be. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That was a way
that's
longer
a big one.
post than I was trying to post. I was trying to post a link.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
totally read that on the
No,
on the
no,
little
no, no,
message that
no. I
flashed up.
That's funny. And there's no going back either. I can't like clear.
It's
This is
okay.
like, here you go. You all got some instructions for the mods.
No way back, so we'll have to go through. Just forward.
Yep, it's true. Here, I'll get it again to the actual link.
I'm gonna laugh if it
Um,
if it posts the big long thing again.
I don't think that
That's
it'll
something
happen
I would
this
do.
time because I was very explicit about, like, I opened it in another tab.
Mm,
There was only one thing. So
yeah.
you all get a little peek into the level of instruction that the mods receive, I guess. There's a lot of writing to read, I suppose. Um, so I think that
Yes,
that's
I think they are
everything.
casual games. The Protospiel meta game, definitely casual. I
Mhm.
like that.
That's all that comes to the top of my mind that people might be like, oh, this has changed. Like, what's going on here? For me to kind of call out um, about this session, unless anything comes to mind for you, Emily, that you think I forgot, or any questions you have about it.
No, I think there's good games in there. I haven't played them all, so hopefully I can find folks and we'll play some casual games in the hall while
Hmm.
engaging in coffee talk.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Should I go to the next game then? Are we ready to
Yep.
dive in?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Dun, da, da. Match Hatchery. Mm-hmm. I like the rhyming of the name. I have not seen this game, and I don't think I know Jason.
Oh, I think Jason is a pretty active person on, say, like, I think used to be active on Twitter and is more active on Bluesky now. But I think the handle is a man possessed. Does that sound familiar when you
Oh,
hear that?
yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if Jason is one of the people that I've welcomed to Team Diamonds, but I'm not sure.
I think so. Yes.
I think so. I was like, the name seems familiar.
And it actually makes sense because this is like the first one listed, and I think he was the first person who joined
There
your
we
team,
go.
so it's been a
I'm
while.
sorry, Jason.
Yeah, but way to be on top of it, getting your prototype right in there, so you were not like the people this week.
Or today, this evening, like
Tomorrow
some of us.
morning, scrambling to get them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really interesting. Like it looks like pattern laying of colors. Like it looks like you might put tetromino, like
I mean, it says
squares
Tetris
that
meets Bejeweled, right?
form, like it looks like you place individual squares, but they're in the shape of tetrominos in different different colors. Yeah, or at least from first glance, that's what I'm kind of guessing happens here.
Yeah. Shared market to generate advantageous polyominoes. So yeah, it sounds like we are building them up as we go.
That's really, this stream is a co-working stream. Like, come to the stream and post your prototypes while we're running the stream.
Yes. This is good. This just means I won't be last since I did mine 2 hours ago and y'all are filling in the back end of that queue.
Yeah, I already saw many more come in even before this, so you were not the last one.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the implementation is also very nice. Much cleaner than some of what I've been doing. So love it. And it's on Screen Top, which has become my favorite platform.
Okay. Yeah, you were kind of mostly doing Tabletopia at first because you hadn't had time to learn Screen Top, right?
I had not had time to learn Screen Top, but now I'm in it, and I love it, and it's great.
Very good.
All right, on to the next.
Yep, sounds good.
Great, Jason again. Wishmonger. Okay, engine building. Nice. Ooh, a Dutch auction game. You know what? I don't know that I know what a Dutch auction is.
I don't think
Off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, I've definitely heard the term, but
Me too.
it's difficult. There's a good like 5+ types of auctions. I feel like mostly what comes to mind immediately for me when I think of all the like specific auction types is the game Modern Art, because it has like every round you do a different type of auction. So it's a good game for learning what it feels like to do all the different ones just by playing one game. But what somebody's helping us out here. Joe says, I believe all players are doing double Dutch with jump ropes. Oh, you're actually not helping us out.
Yeah. That does sound great. Thank you, Joe. I don't know. There's some real nice world building text in here, where I feel like you can sort of hear it, like there are a lot of people out there making a lot of wishes. And just the same, there are a lot of wish granters out there. You got your fairies, your genies, your weird monkey paws, birthday candles, bones, just to name a few. I'm like, this is good. I'm in it, right? I'm feeling this.
That's true.
So yeah, so an engine building, contract fulfilling, multi-use card Dutch auction game. Use your powers to bid on wishes so you can convert them into fulfilled hopes, dreams, and fantasies.
All
right.
Very good. Okay, so Google says it's a type of auction in which an auctioneer starts with a very high price, incrementally lowering the price until someone places a bid.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's unique. I don't think I've ever played a
I
game like
haven't
that.
played a game with that. Yeah. I'm sure I could find that couple pages in the Jeff Engelstein book, but
Right?
I have not read very deeply into the auction section of that book. Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right, Grant. Grant has Monopoly plus Clue because why not?
Oh, this is in the Christmas show vein of like Monopoly plus Yahtzee. Is what kind of Roll Estate is, the game that
Oh.
you put on P&P Arcade. Um, so different classic game. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
It's all going to
It's
be public domain someday. We might as well get a head
someday.
start.
I mean, Grant's not wrong. Um, wait, what is that? If Warhammer was what if Warhammer was cute?
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
Adam Sanavia's
Yeah.
game, or at least for a minute it was. For like a
Yeah.
session, it was called that. I think it has a real name now.
All right. So in this game, we're going to travel around the mansion. We're going to collect our clues and stake claims on the tiles in the mansion. Be careful not to land on other players' tiles or you'll owe them money. So it sounds like, and if I look at this picture, it looks like it's spaces. So you're kind of like blocking out spaces. You're not like
Oh,
claiming the conservatory or something like that, right? You can't be like,
interesting.
anytime you go to the ballroom, pay me
Right.
$500.
But it's like spots in the hallway that you
Yeah.
stake your claim to.
Is there jail? And can I send people to jail? I mean, at least one of them committed a murder.
I mean,
So
right? Yeah, if any game should have jail, it's
it should have a jail. Yeah. Um, all right. It's semi cooperative. That's exciting.
interesting.
Yep. All
No
right.
jail yet.
No. Oh,
So, okay.
Lovecraftian. Wait, it said it's Lovecraftian.
I mean, Clue itself isn't like has a bit of a Lovecraftian vibe. I mean, there's no actual
Cthulhu?
old ones, but
Yeah.
like the it's like the same setting where that would take place. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
mundane. It's a mundane
Okay.
version of the Cthulhu setting, you know?
All
Can you
right.
so I have a
Yeah.
question since you're in the chat, Grant. Is this like you get to pick which squares are going to be your squares that I guess do you buy them? Is that what's happening? You kind of like as the game progresses, you stake a claim to them, and then if anybody has to land on them after you, they owe you something. Is that what I'm seeing here?
You claim as you land. Okay.
Okay, so just because you've landed there before, oh, it's been like the last spot you've landed on. Now it's yours. That's what I'm hearing anyway.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, I discovered recently that I was playing Monopoly wrong for decades, so
The house
it sounds
rules.
great. Yeah. I mean, when you learn to play in like the after school program, I don't think anyone actually read the rules, so
Mhm.
it happens. All right.
Very good.
Thinking about it.
Mhm.
At Daggers Drawn, Kyle Cushman.
This one has been here before. Sounds
Okay.
familiar. I haven't played it myself, but it looks like it's a trick taker. Yeah.
Yep. Win the most victory points by forming and breaking partnerships. Tipping the scales in your favor through card abilities and rule breaking plots. I get
Hmm.
the sense that this might have a little bit of like take that or direct
Oh,
direct conflict.
as you were talking about recently on a podcast
Yes.
episode.
So they're testing the alliance system right now and how it with the plots can create the right kind of tension. And also sort of the speed of how you're getting your victory points. Cool. And it does sound like there's an alliance system that you at some point break your alliances. So
Right.
um,
Yeah, so that would be the thing that you're actively taking away is your support, I guess, in the direct conflict vein.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm curious what plots are if they're like similar to in Tanner's Inside Job game, like this round, this is the rule, or like this is the condition this round.
Yeah, it could be like a win condition or something like that. There's a card here that says something about the Trump suit, right? So maybe there's changing. It says rule breaking plots, right? So changing the rules as you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe Joe has either play tested it before, or heard Kyle talking about it.
Yep.
You can change the suit of an opponent's card sometimes, stuff like that.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Got it. Read the rule book. But can't make promises. It's still the same. The joy of Protospiel, right? We get to see things evolve.
Mm-hmm. All right. Adulting. Eric.
And I think I heard this was made as a like a wedding gift for a sibling, I think. I heard it was given finally as a gift.
Aw.
But still working
lovely.
on it. Yeah.
All right. Oh, be careful to avoid gaining too much stress. That does feel like adulting. I'm not sure how to avoid gaining stress in my life, but all right. Medium weight deck and tableau builder. Build a deck of attitudes. Earn superlatives.
Superlatives. Interesting.
Oh yeah, here it is, right? As a co-design with their younger sister, as a gift for their older sister. They've printed it, they've given it, but they're continuing with the hopes that it might go for a larger audience.
Very good.
Love it. Very cool.
Yeah, I think the theme is definitely something that draws attention. So it has potential there for sure.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I haven't figured out how to not gain stress, but maybe the trick is like to process it quickly and try to not let it hang around too long.
Yeah. Right?
That's the best I got for now.
Yep. I have no good advice on handling stress. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh, Joe says ad.
Oh, really?
Interesting. We thought we had control on the ads.
Interesting. Oh, you know what it is?
Wait. Joe might be testing us. Maybe there's not an ad. Joe said it's not actually an ad.
My God.
Thanks,
We're
Joe.
coming for you, Joe. You're gonna be sorry. You have to spend the whole weekend with us.
I bought it. I was like, oh my gosh, we had this whole plan. There was Jamie, I need your big band icon. I know it's not in Twitch, but fire band.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't added that one. Yeah, as a screen. We can have David with us here in spirit, and he can say that this is how we feel about that. Except just replace Tabletopia with Joe.
And Joe.
Yeah, David's favorite I don't like this puke icon. His favorite icon for I don't like this is the puke icon.
Yeah. It's great. All right. Creature Clicks, which I have played this a while ago. I haven't played it with all the new amazing art. So this is Connor Wake's game. A busy night at Club Spooky. And you've got to get the coolest group of ghouls. So this is a fun little card game where, I mean, is it set collection? You're trying to like attract people who are waiting in line for a club, but they all have like rules about who they want to hang out with. And you sort of attract them by like going and chatting with them, but then other people can like outbid you and they can chat more and entice the person over to their party.
So it's kind of like bidding then? If like chatting them up is like buying them off, kind of, but
Yeah,
With
you like
social currency instead of currency.
yeah, I think it's like attention or something like that. I remember the icon when I played it was little like little speaking bubbles. Um, but yeah, it's very fun and your objective is changing with more people that you get because there are some ghouls that are picky and like they don't want to
Mhm.
hang out with other types of ghouls and stuff like that. So but yeah, other people can outbid you and talk people to come into their party. So
Oh, there's Connor.
yay!
Yeah.
Talking points. There we go. Connor, I'm sure you would have done a much better job pitching your game than I did, but it was very fun when I played it, but that was like months ago. But I'm so excited for all the art that you're doing. So,
Yeah. Is this art done by Connor? Or
yeah,
okay.
I believe, right, Connor? You're the one doing the art. Um, thanks, Connor. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is Connor's art.
Yeah, well, if you that's great that you can take care of that yourself. It's
Yeah,
fun. Fun art.
it is. I can't wait to see it. See more of it. Nearing completion. Very cool. All right. Tall grass. Sean Connor, not Connor Wake.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. We need them to be in a slightly different order, and then they would be like, yeah,
Hmm.
so and so Sean Connor,
Yeah.
Connor Wick.
Yeah. So we just need to find someone named Wake. And yeah, you
Right.
can only showcase your game if you can find someone who has your first name as their last name.
Right.
Um, I'm in big trouble. Uh,
Well, actually, you do have your
I
last name.
my
Yeah,
last name works great.
you'd
My
help
first
somebody
name,
else be able to show
right,
theirs.
right. I'll just never get on the queue. Um, all right. So we are conservationists. We're gonna revitalize the prairie, raise a herd of bison. Bison, not buffalo, or bison interchangeable with buffalo. I'm thinking bison, not buffalo. That was a choice. Um, and traverse the plains to plant grass and wildlife. That sounds lovely.
It's a
Yeah.
deck builder. Okay, but a deck
Oops, did I
builder where
scroll
you're
too fast?
moving around.
Yeah, I mean, I see hexes, right? So I don't know if
Mhm.
you're building out those hexes as you go. Let's see what we've got here. Um, oh, only 4% of the prairie remains today. That's sad. Uh, so we're going to raise bison that traverse the plains to plant grass and wildflowers. It's a deck builder. Yep. Um, okay. So, oh, your deck starts overrun with trees, and then you acquire grass and wildlife and conservation that help you restore key regions of the prairie. Well, that's cool. So it's like you want to shed the trees out of your deck. That's cool.
Hmm. Reminds me of abandon all artichokes.
Mm-hmm. Another wonderful game. Um, cool. All right. I like it. I'm excited. There's a lot of great stuff already. Okay.
Welcome to nowhere.
Welcome to Nowhere with a lot of folks. Bradley, Joseph, Joshua, and Yasemin.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh, to escape the dead end town of Nowhere. Uh, repairs to prepare for your escape and avoid getting caught. Make it out
Hmm.
before it's too late. Who are we getting caught by?
I don't know. It kind
Oh,
of
there's a
brings to
video.
mind like aliens or something, like
I was also
Roswell.
thinking aliens. Yeah. Oh,
Um,
it's cooperative. I love a cooperative game.
it might be you're just trying to escape from having a really boring life. I
It's
know.
avoid the sheriff and his dog trying to catch
Oh,
you at every turn.
gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a this is just like something from Will, my husband's childhood. They like to play a Sierra game called Shivers. And the
Mm-hmm.
first one is about a museum, an abandoned museum, and the second one is about abandoned city in the middle of nowhere. That town, I shouldn't say city, a small town in the middle of nowhere that no it's just no one is there. It's very creepy. That idea is very creepy. This kind of brings that to mind. But it looks like they made a cool video. We won't play it on the stream, but not all of these listings have videos, so you can go check it out and see what's up with that.
Yep, absolutely. Pick up and deliver. All right. And co-op. I'm here for a co-op. Ooh. I am also here, though, for a cupcake craving. Nicole. Ooh. Another pick up and deliver game.
Oh. Yeah, she was I was talking to her about this game. So she's somebody who's been involved with a lot of in-person Protospiels. That's how I met her. And has made a lot of physical prototypes, but I think that this is going to be, if not her very first, one of her first digital prototypes. So she's been getting over that hurdle to get ready to come to this one. And it actually is a physically inspired game. She found, I don't know how many of you have discovered Temu, but it's a place where you can buy a lot of cheap crap. And she found some very cute tiny cupcakes that she could get for super cheap on Temu and based this whole game from that as the inspiration.
I love that idea of just going to find some really cheap, fun little toy thing and then build a game around it. That sounds really fun. So we have to elude cupcake monsters while finding your way to the bakery and fulfilling your cupcake craving.
Oh, here's a really big picture of what I'm talking about.
But yeah.
They're super cute.
They are so cute. And this cupcake monster, I don't want to avoid that cupcake monster. I want to give that cupcake monster a hug.
It's true.
That's adorable. And I would get the plushie of that monster and just like have it in my collection. But yeah, look at those cupcakes.
Unfortunately, you don't get to touch the actual physical cupcakes if you play it in Protospiel Online.
Oh my gosh.
But I think that she is moving towards a small release, like something along the lines of a Make 100 Kickstarter. Possibly not actually on Kickstarter, but yeah, Nicole is one of our sponsors that you'll see listed in the halls, Creatopia. And I think this will be released through Creatopia, but I definitely recommend everybody take a close look at what's going on there. She and her partner are working to help creatives publish their stuff without releasing creative control, which I think we need a lot more of in this world. I'm very excited to see what they do with that. And her partner is a visual artist who's been, worked for a long time selling visual art and can. She has a very good coach's spirit in helping get people over the, oh, I don't want to sell my stuff, or this really, it's hurting my self-esteem, that kind of stuff. She has a lot of she's a very supportive person for helping with that. Nicole is too. And she's also a great, her partner's name is Monette, and she's a great editor. So they've released, actually, I'm kind of giving them an extra little plug here, but they made these magazines because they're at hand. It's easy for me to say it. They did a series of magazines that was Creatopia, but they've switched to taking everything they learned from making the magazine. They would do calls for creative works and then put them in the magazine. And now they're not going to only they stopped making the magazine, but instead they're going to do lots of different kinds of things, like call for games, call for poems and make a book of poems, or all those kind of things. They're just opening up their ability to do whatever it's calling, whatever it makes sense to do this quarter or whatever, instead of always a magazine. But yeah, the magazine is I'm not a magazine person, but it was full of, coloring pages and things you could cut out and make crafts and stories that people wrote. It's pretty great. So
nice.
Very excited for that.
Very cool. I could just stare at this cupcake monster all day. Yeah. Oof.
She
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah. Sci-fi geek serving a staff to 2 very spoiled cats. I identify with that. All right. Final form. Matthew Adler.
Cool.
Predict your opponent's moves by striking while they're vulnerable or blocking a costly attack. I'm just gonna say it looks like this one is a cat. This
Mhm.
one's like a big fighter person, and this one is a cat.
Well, yeah, agile,
Yeah. It
claws.
unleash your final form and become unstoppable before your opponent knocks you out. My final form would be a cat.
Mhm.
All right. Oh, we've got a big story, of an origin story. Let's see. Okay, I will read this and learn more about Pokemon video game championships.
Mm.
Um, a
First
sort of
Protospiel, I see.
yeah, hyper complicated version of rock paper scissors. All right.
And, a mashup of Dragon Ball Z and images from Ghibli movies.
Okay. Temporary art assets. Yep.
Yeah, but
All
that
right.
kind of aesthetic.
Yep. Cool. With a link to the artist. Love it. Love to see it. And you said this is his first Protospiel Online?
First Protospiel, I think, at all.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Mhm.
Also a new first dad, a new first time dad. Wow, can't read that. Um,
Which, yeah, it's a lot easier to come to Protospiel Online when you have a baby, so
mhm,
we're glad we
mhm.
can make that happen.
And I'm gonna go NYS as New York State resident as opposed to city. Um, maybe from Western New York, which is where my partner's from. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe. Cool. Well, welcome, and I hope to get to see your game over the course of the weekend. All right, Hexen, Evan, and Joshua.
I think when I hear Hexen, I think that was a real video game or something. I can't remember the details, though.
Hmm. I
I
don't
think it
know.
might have been something I had but didn't really play or
Well, we've
something.
got some. I mean, we've got some art that looks like they've spent some time getting it to where they want to be. Right.
Mhm.
Traverse a haunted world to acquire and use
Mm.
the spells that will destroy their opponents. A tense zero variance competition centered on the interaction of multimodal cards.
Hmm.
Zero variance. What is that? Does that mean?
I guess that would mean there's just no randomness, it's all
Hmm.
strategy. That's what
Okay.
I take it to mean. I haven't
Yeah.
actually heard that anybody use that term
Yeah.
for that, but that's what it
Yeah.
sounds like it means.
So it's intended for a heavy audience, but it is a 45-minute test, which that's nice. I like a crunchy, heavy game that's not, sometimes you're not in the mood for like the 3-hour situation. So
Mhm.
a 45-minute heavy game. I'm here for that. Um, Hexen is witchcraft. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yep.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's no deck building, mana, hit points, attack, or defense. Hardly any numbers at all. Instead, the spells change their behavior based on the items players possess and other aspects of the game.
Hmm.
All right.
So it's maybe a lot of if it's not numbers, it's like icons sort of interacting with each other.
Um, I mean, it looks very dependent, right? So whenever you enter an opponent's space or they enter yours, you may reveal and
Mm.
discard to take 2 items of their choice, right? So it seems to be depending on what else is going on in the game.
Mhm.
This one's at the end of your turn. Do a thing, right? Enchant this space, a deck space. Interesting. Very cool. Hmm. I love it when we tag thematic. I do that with a lot of my games too. I'm like, what is
Mhm.
this? It's thematic. It's good. Like I said, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff for this weekend. Not going to be enough time. Um, Always a bigger fish. Jamie. King
This
of the
one
Hill
has
card game.
been here before, yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't played it yet, personally. But very pretty art.
We're going to control the coral reef.
Okay.
Casual game. Ooh, 12 base cards and a series of supplemental sets of 20 cards each. All right, so add a number of supplemental sets to the deck depending on number of players. Focus on the cards since they just added 60 cards since the January playtest. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. See which fish work, which ones don't, and how they feel together. It's good. That's a nice, very like specific thing to be testing. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to get a lot out of knowing that that's exactly what they're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So I mashed my keyboard with my elbow. Hopefully it's fine.
This is the magic of live. We see real life.
Yeah. All right. Metal Abyss. Harry, a co-op tower defense game where players are pilots of war mechs. Capture the enemy boss while defending the city. So engine building with unique tableau building. All right. That looks like a tabletop playground or something like that. It's got this sort of
probably
bird's eye view. Yep.
Yeah. And well, does it say? Does it actually say on this listing? Which?
Oh, it should.
One?
Somewhere here. Where would it be?
I'm not sure. I might be misspeaking there because that might only be asked.
Oh, tabletop playground. There it is. It was right at the top. I just scrolled right past it. It's fine.
There. Oh yeah, I see where it's right next to the button. The button draws the eye.
Yeah. So this one's a longer experience, right? So 120-minute test they're looking to do. Very cool.
People do love their mechs. I see that being a draw. A lot of people.
Yeah.
And I have to.
Oh, it's an AI mastermind. Sorry, go ahead.
I have to not apologize, but just tell you that this person did not write this wall of text this way. They added spaces and our system took it out. Yeah. I'm sure they added spaces to this. But our system can't see those spaces, and I have not been able to figure out how to get it to see those spaces. So I'm sorry. No white space.
I always get surprised with the question marks because I'm always like, "Can you win with something question mark?" And it's like, "No, you cannot put that question mark." I'm like, "Oh, darn." Oh, but they are in the Australian Eastern Time Zone.
Okay.
So this is going to be one of our folks all around the world playtesting, probably at different times of day than I will be.
I removed all of the themes. There's no more themes. So no, you can't have the robot theme. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and if you keep it short, Jamie, you can also just then submit lots and lots right in a row and keep us awake until the wee small hours of the morning.
I'm sorry, Grant. No robots.
I'm not calling you out. That was said with love. I'm trying to help you game the system. All right, and they've got a sell sheet as well, and a digital demo. So they're well on their way on this one. Let's see. Frango Marengo. Not board games.
This one's familiar from last session. Yeah.
A wacky game of negotiation and communication.
My understanding was it had something to do with a farm, and I was seeking it out for one of my bingo spaces, but I never quite got to play this one.
Yeah, I think you asked me if one of my games could have to do with a farm, and I was like, not really. But so here you're a farmer who feeds wacky crops to your piggy to win the
Okay.
fattest piggy contest at the harvest fair.
So cute.
That should absolutely be the name of a contest at a harvest fair.
Crucial life soft skills and emotional intelligence. Huh.
Yeah. Um,
Interesting. Like how a game about fattening up a pig ends up building life skills. I'm very curious what that angle is.
I don't know. Are you negotiating with the pig or are you negotiating with like the vendors who are selling you food for the pig?
That seems more
Um,
likely. The second
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll learn some words in Portuguese.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It seems like they've got they're there's a intention under here, not just a let's make a game about a piggy,
Mhm.
which is probably where I would stop because I'm like, it's a piggy, I'm in, right? But I would love to learn some crucial life skills while we're at it. So, and wacky and whimsical storytelling is right up my alley. So, this
Yeah.
is cool. You said it's been here before.
Yeah, I think just the very most recent
Yeah,
Protospiel Online they
yeah.
came.
Well, designer for under a year, so
Okay.
newer games.
Yeah, it
And
looks
I have
pretty
definitely seen not board
developed.
games on Instagram. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I follow this person. So,
Yeah, sounds familiar to me too.
yeah. Deep Space Race. All right.
Okay.
Leo, got it. Alien artifacts have been detected. So use your deck to move your starship, reveal the map, but return to the center hex to reload the deck.
Okay.
All right. For the casual gamer, 45-minute test. Um, So it looks like they're inspired by this idea of returning back to that starting point in order to shuffle in your discard deck,
Okay. So you
as
don't
opposed to
necessarily
just
have to
doing it when you run out.
spend yeah, you don't have to necessarily expend your whole deck to
Hmm.
shuffle your discard in. Yeah, that
I
sounds
wonder if that
interesting.
means you could end up sort of stuck out in space without your deck and sort of have to make your way back because you haven't been able to reshuffle, right? So there's
Oh.
like a
If
I,
that's
I
the
don't know,
only way to
right?
reshuffle is by getting back to the center, or if it's just a way
Yeah.
to do it faster. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
Love the
curious about that too.
multi-directional exploring. Yeah. Cool. In the Eastern time zone, so I may see them. All right, Tess and Tyler bringing us girls versus ghouls. All right, fate of the neighborhood hangs in the balance. Halloween themed. Yep,
Yeah.
very cool.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
a
that
playing cards IO. Sorry, go ahead.
this shot of the physical game, it gives a very finished feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So the ghouls are ensnaring the trick-or-treaters. The girls are scheming to take back the block. So you enter as either a girl or a ghoul. But
Okay.
in the dark. So this is like a hidden identity. Did I miss that already? Did I?
Yeah, well, I'm getting that hidden information is what they said at first, but
Mm.
it definitely also well, I guess it's unclear if your roles are hidden or if everybody knows that you're a girl and you're a ghoul.
It says you remain in the dark about the identities of your comrades. So each
Okay.
player is a
Okay.
potential ally or adversary, yet no one can prove their identity until the neighborhood is won. So that sounds like,
Hmm. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it seems
social
like hidden.
deduction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hidden identity.
Yeah.
Social
Bluff your way to
deduction.
victory, openly showcase your skills. All
Okay.
right. With
Very
area
good.
control. Sweet.
There was once a time when I was judging a game crafter social deduction contest, and this one is just a few years too late.
Yeah. So designer's first online convention.
Okay.
Yeah. So presumably that is this designer's also first Protospiel Online. So also welcome.
Yes. Lots of new names, which is exciting to see.
Yeah. All right, Grant. We've got another one from Grant. The open road. Go on an epic race around town while avoiding hazards and other drivers. That seems safe. Avoiding hazards.
This is something that I have play tested before, but it was completely different. So Grant really likes to use these to experiment. This is you're leading the charge, Grant, in telling people it is okay to just try something and not know if it's going to work. And that's the point of the play test, right? And to change it drastically after that. Try a lot of different things. You might have it has been a while for me. I feel like it could have been a whole year ago. You might have been in that test though, Derwent. Maybe Grant remembers. Um, but yeah, this is a very different looking board than I played with. I think it
Got
might
some
have
take
been
that. Yep.
that time I played. I think it might have been the first, the birthing of the idea when there was very little to work with. It was just like, what happens if we do this, right? So, yeah, new shorter map and individual player powers. That sounds interesting.
Okay, pick up powers to really mess with other players. That's got to be the take that. And trying to balance those. All right. Yeah. Tack P Hold'em? Oh, the cat pageant.
Oh, okay.
Is Tack P short for something
The
something
amazing cat pageant.
The amazing. All right. Tack P has a different meaning for me.
What were
So
you
all
going to
right.
say?
Uh,
Never
that,
mind.
what?
What did you think it meant, or is it not?
It's like a military term.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like tactical air control something. So
Interesting.
I thought we were going in a very different direction. Not the amazing cat pageant. All right, so the cat pageant is back with an illicit bidding market. All right,
Illicit bidding market.
illicit.
Okay, so now it's like we've got bookies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Bidding on these cats instead of
Yeah,
what is it Jamie saying? Yeah.
tactical air cat patrol. That's
Hmm.
the technical term. That's the special forces cat group.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, this is from my experiences with it, a game that helps teach the idea of brackets, to kids. That's its
Mm.
goal.
Well, it's now adding Texas Hold'em bidding. And much anticipated cat attacks. How have
Cat
I not played?
fights.
I have been. I mean, I keep seeing this, and I never managed to make it in to this game. And it's a cat game, and so I should. That should actually be my mission for Protospiel Online is to play every cat game that I can find.
There you go.
Oh, he says that brackets were abandoned long ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It still looks very brackety to me. So I don't know, maybe my memories
Well,
are stubborn.
this looks like. I guess it looks like could be Texas Hold'em. I don't know. I see a squiggly line there between all the cats. So, oh, there are the cat attacks. Yeah. I do like the idea that Special Forces Cat Group as a all feline K-pop band.
I mean, this
Really
this
great.
sounds like it could be a spin-off from Good Kitties, honestly.
There we Yep. Done. Done. I know what I'm doing during coffee talk this weekend is the Special Forces version of Good Kitties. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, we've got Texas Hold'em style bidding, which ensures that I will be bad at it, but excited to try it because it's cats. So
Mhm.
also crime/mystery.
I guess crime if it's illicit bidding. I could see that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Greedy gourmands. Over the course of 3 meals, order the most delicious dishes that appeal to the tastes of your fellow foodies. Bid for dishes in an open draft and be the envy of every gourmand at the table. Eric Dittmore. Screen top. 30 minutes.
Am I connecting this right? This is also the person who did adulting? Same person?
I think so.
Okay.
Or it was someone who did a game right around when we were talking about adulting. It's someone from earlier in the cast.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely 18 kitties. So bid on a selection of dishes. I mean, I want to play this just because I want to compare notes around food games. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, each
now you
player
have
has a secret taste card.
now you have 2 missions to play all the cat and all the food games.
Cat and food games, which I did notice on theme. Food is not a theme that we have.
Well,
And
again, we
cats
have
is
no
not a
themes.
theme. No, but there's something
Animal
you could pick on themes. Unique theme. There was a whole bunch of stuff under
No,
theme.
okay. You're seeing them. Okay, I see what you mean when you're saying we have themes. We have
Yeah.
themes in this listing, but they're not gonna be on bingo cards.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
see
yeah.
what
No,
I'm
but when I
saying?
list my game, I can pick
Yeah.
themes, and I keep being sad that I can't pick food. Because apparently all my games are cats and food.
This may be a note too. Here's my playtesting feedback. I may be able to, now that this is not like fixed to the bingo card, allow you to
Oh.
add themes like the way you can add publishers and stuff.
I may have
I would have to
messaged
look into
Heather earlier today saying, "How do I add a publisher? It's too late. I already submitted my game, but someday I'll learn."
Well, I think it was easier when I was making the system to see because there weren't a lot of names in the list. But once there
Mhm.
get to be a lot of names in the list, you can't see
Yeah,
the top of the list as easily, you know?
it's true. Also, Eric has chickens in his backyard
Mm.
in New York City. Those New York City chickens. Love it.
See, this is maybe an argument for not allowing the additional.
I think it's great. I'm learning so much. I'm gonna go find, and this is gonna be the weird part where I run into Eric at a a coffee talk, and I'd be like, "Can you tell me more about those chickens?" And yeah, um, yes. Also, Joe Kell. Yeah, that's why
That's
we
what I'm
can't. That's
saying.
why we can't add good things. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was talking
Moderated.
about.
We need a moderated list, all because of Joe. Thanks, Joe. All right. Eric has also brought one-on-one basketball. So a
Oh.
quick basketball themed trick-taking game. Win tricks to shoot the ball, then roll a die to see if you make your shot. 3-pointers and slam dunks included.
Very good.
Also a short one, also on screen tap. Let's see. The player with the ball starts the trick. If they win it, they take a shot by rolling the die. If the value on the die is higher than the combined value of the cards in the trick, they score. Oh, okay. So it's not just like, I hope I roll a 6. It's like, I hope I roll better than whatever I've put together. So there's some nice control there. Yeah.
That's I don't think I've ever seen a game that's a trick taker that like adds a die.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example of that, so that's interesting.
That is interesting. Cool. I'm here for this. A member of Break My Game still has chickens. Still lives in the US. All right. Space Circus from Nicole. 4 days to put on a profitable circus event or be stranded on this backwater space station for 10 years. Co-op game with engine building, worker placement, and a market for hiring acts. I'm gonna have to find Nicole. As a circus performer, I'm gonna have to find Nicole.
This whole event seems to be I picked the right person to co-host, right? this time, because
Yeah.
you're like, for me, also for me, also for me.
My identifying information is circus performing cat lover, so I should
Okay.
have just added something about food, and we'll, it'll work out. But yeah, no, I'll be curious to see. I heard Nicole talking about this the other night, so curious to see how it plays.
Yeah, very good.
Looking for like a 60-minute test, so that's a good length.
She has a fancy handmade ringleader hat she made for herself, so I wonder if she'll be wearing it for these
If she does,
tests.
I will bring my tiny pirate hat, and we can have like a hat party while we play this. It's gonna be
Mark
great.
Marino has a very fun, like steampunk, top hat. So, yeah,
Hats required for
hat
this test.
party.
Hats
Mhm.
required. Yeah. All right. Okay, we've got a collab here. A couple
Mhm.
people. Scrolls of Nakasendo. Ancient scrolls conceal a forgotten evil. Awaken your lost ninja legacy, collect the lost scrolls, and stop the gathering darkness in this cooperative deck building trick taking game.
All the
Well,
things.
you get me with cooperative every time. I love a co-op.
Yeah, that's fun art.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like they've spent a little time on their art. Oh, look at this physical prototype.
Yeah.
For something that they've listed as middling. Looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Mhm.
um yeah. Okay.
Yeah, lots of pictures of this one. Very good.
Yeah. Let's see. They've
Lots of
got
eye candy.
mhm. They've got ways to get in touch with them. Check out their website. But yeah, very cool. Is an Unreal like a monster that exists from some specific like region or legacy, or is that, I'm curious if that's something that they created for this world. Um, yeah. Derwent, how many
Nice.
listings have you added?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not like really big up on Japanese lore, but
hmm
um, from playing Mononoke, I've seen a
hmm
lot of the names just in passing, and doesn't sound
Yeah.
specific. Like it's not. I think the generic word for it is oni, and
hmm
it's not that word. So I'm. It must be something more specific
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah. But it does seem placed in Japan or in
Okay,
a Japan world, right? I mean,
Jamie
uh,
knows. They're ghosts.
ghosts. All right. They specifically harm the living. Yeah. Hey, Jaya. Aw.
Yes. Okay. 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 Ghost oni is a monster, but specifically a demon monster. Yeah.
Okay.
Then this other is a ghost type
Yeah.
monster. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Scary thing that comes after people. Yeah. Although not all oni are bad. At least from what I've learned from Mononoke. Like some of them were
Mhm.
kind of at least neutral, you know.
Sounds
Hello,
great.
Daria. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Also, the nice thing though about online conventions is you can be sick and still participate because you're not going to get anyone else sick, which
As
is
long as
great.
you can, yeah, talk
Yeah,
and
as
be
long as
late.
you can still participate. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But if you're like a little sick, not if you're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
totally laid out. Um, all right. Chris Leader, Secret Agendas.
Mhm.
Play the mastermind of a nefarious faction plotting to rule the world by recruiting pawns to execute your schemes and achieve your secret agenda. Open drafting, set collection, and take that. 45-minute test. Looking for a publisher.
Yeah, it's very well, I get very comic book vibes from this, yeah?
Yeah,
Pop
definitely.
pop
The
art.
colors, the font choice, right? It's giving comic book. Um, yeah. Yeah.
As I was saying, well, maybe not quite. You thought I was saying you can't quite be safe from spreading germs over the internet. No.
That's the latest game that we're debuting at Protospiel Online, the latest metagame. So
Mhm. Mhm.
all right. Um, the Friday Fright. Oh, the Friday Fright. This is Jonathan and a new escape room. All right.
I will
So
not get to play test this one because I have already play tested this one.
I have not. So is it Halloween? Friday Fright? Is it another
It's like
Halloween one?
Friday the 13th would be the holiday, right? And it's kind of
Also
like
for me.
slasher film themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My birthday's on a 13th, so I've had a number
Okay.
of Friday the 13th birthdays, so love a good Friday the 13th. Although I don't like horror movies. So, but yeah, this looks great. I love
I
playtesting these. I
It will
also
be
buy them,
interesting
but
to see how much my feedback swayed Jonathan. There was like mostly, I mean, Jonathan is a very family friendly kind of designer. So you don't have to be too afraid, but there was like one phrase that I said, I think I was too disturbed by that phrase to engage with the puzzle. And so and it was like meant to be a hint, but it was
yeah.
gross to me or upsetting to me. So
I I will say I'm just reading Jonathan's description and no criticism, Jonathan, but this is the Friday the 13th game and it's going to be the game number 11 in the series and I'm just saying
like
13 was right
missed
there.
opportunity.
I
Yeah.
just need you to design 2 other games and slot them in before this. No problem, right? No problem. So, uh,
Yes.
yeah.
Jonathan does have a tradition of of being the one that sets the example of how to post. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
And really, Jonathan was a very early attendee of Protospiel Online. I'm not sure if he's ever missed one, and he kind of
Mhm.
helped. He gave a lot of feedback and input and like design advice on how even we run LFG. So
Yeah.
he takes that spot of honor often of one
Yep.
of the first tests.
Well, and
And
shout
they're
out
always real
to
quick too.
Grubs.
So
Yeah. Yeah. And they're very
mhm.
fun. Shout out to Grubs, the one of the groups that Jonathan playtests with, designs with. So,
Mhm.
and
Grand
yeah.
Rapids Board Game Society.
Um, and I hear good things about his newsletter as well, that he has lots of puzzles
Mhm.
that come out. All right. So Edward has brought Regis?
Regis is probably what I'd
Regis.
assume.
Okay. 19th century fictional European country is adopting a new constitution.
Hmm.
Use modified trick-taking mechanics to make sure your faction gets what it wants.
Well, we are definitely seeing a trend here.
In trick-taking or
Lots of trick
modified
taking.
trick-taking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. From the Pacific Northwest, a resident of the Pacific Northwest. Excellent. Um, game board and tiles. So it's trick-taking, but it also has a board and it has some sort of tile component. Interesting. Interesting. Pacific time zone makes sense. Pacific Northwest.
Mhm. Yeah, we have a thematic image that like leaves us wondering what the game,
Mhm.
what the game actually looks like.
Yeah.
An air of mystery.
hmm Maybe they are busy digitizing right now, and they're like, I'm gonna get it listed, but
Right.
right up until the deadline.
Yes. I've come to feel that like this is maybe service value number one that Protospiel Online offers is just like the giver of a deadline.
Yes, 100%. Like absolutely. And it's like a deadline that like you want to have multiple things ready for. So rather than like,
Mm,
oh, I've got to play test next Monday, I should have a game. You're like, I
mm,
could test a couple things this weekend.
yeah.
Get them all together.
Yeah, it's a milestone,
hmm
in the year.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so Atomic Edge. Uh, Michael has brought this.
Mhm.
A resource management and area control strategy game that pits you against your friends in a high stakes race for control in an increasingly dangerous nuclear Cold War. All right. Tabletopia, 105 minutes. It's a very specific time, 105 minutes. So is that like it's in 1 hour 45? All right.
Mhm. Yep, yep.
Wait, what's Parkinson's law?
That things expand to fill the
Oh,
time
okay.
you're given for them.
Got it. All right. So pits you against your friends in a high stakes race for control in an increasingly dangerous nuclear Cold War. So everyone's going to be a superpower, it sounds like, and you're trying to get control of the neutral territories.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not at all, but it's making me think of the new Fallout series, just because that's post
Mm.
post a nuclear war, not so much a Cold War, very much a hot one, but cool. Self-publishing, so they've got a plan. Workhorse Game Studio, excellent. Mountain Time,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I mean they got a little box cover on their picture, so
Mhm.
seems like they're making good progress, nearing completion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what they're working to test this time. Maybe just a general want to see the whole thing play through. So,
Mhm. I like
all
this
right,
name.
Jason, I love it. S'mores Code, so good.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like the little, yeah, s'more cards.
yeah, this is food games. Food is a theme.
Mhm.
So Mancala style movement to march around their campsites and collect ingredients that they use to purchase letters and spell words. Okay.
Okay.
But also make s'mores? I mean, it looks like we have graham crackers and chocolate and marshmallow.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's a picture of a s'more. There's definitely s'mores going on. All right, there's a video that I can't watch right now, but I will have to watch. Yeah. All right, a mid-weight Euro style camping word game for 2 to 4 players, perhaps 10 plus, 30 minutes per player. Okay. Um so if you like paperback, Five Tribes or Parks,
Mm.
this may appeal to you.
Oh,
Um
wow. Those feel like very different games to me.
I have only played Parks, so I don't know what paperback and Five Tribes play like.
Paperback is a
I think I've
deck
played Parks.
building
Hmm.
game about spelling, so I can see how it has like something in common with this that kind of stands out. And then Five Tribes is a game where I get very Euro-y game that has Mancala placement. So you pick up a pile of things of different colors and like drop them, and where you land
Hmm.
determines your action.
Yeah,
Where you land and what color the last thing you dropped on there was. So yeah.
yeah. At Derwent, I don't think my screen has flipped.
Are
I'm
you trying
just
to
gonna.
give more stress here? Okay.
um, it's possible, but I don't know. The cats were on the right. The cats are on my right. I don't know if the cats are on your right. Anyway, back to S'mores Code. Um, yeah. So complete camp chores, win camp games with the words that you spell. It is a word game, but it's not a word game in which the player with the largest vocabulary automatically wins. All right. Um,
Okay.
aw. uh,
Um, and Derwin's giving us a reminder too that it's been an hour, so
oh
I
yeah,
can do my fancy thing, hopefully,
yeah. Let's do it.
and give us a 3-minute ad break so that we'll be left alone for an hour. That's the goal. Look at
Oh,
Emily go.
we discovered that my camera has the automatic here. We'll go out with a laser show.
Yes,
Um,
and we'll keep talking, but you'll be on ads, so we won't talk about this. We'll just kind of hang out and chill for 3 minutes,
yeah,
and come back to the prototypes after the ad. All right,
love it.
as long as it works.
Otherwise, we'll just be awkwardly here.
But yeah, and we haven't gotten to your games yet, so
No.
we can talk maybe a little bit about okay, we
Is it
are
working?
being confirmed
But
that there
I
is
don't.
an ad.
No, it's at. Okay. No,
No,
it's Joe. Joe is. Wait, what?
wait, what?
So Joe has said ad again. Joe is the boy who cried ad. Derwent is saying no ad.
I'm not sure. Okay.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if Joe is telling. Okay. These are very fast ads.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of fast ads. That's true.
I can't tell if Joe. I mean, Joe could really be pulling our leg. At least Joe is pulling mine. Uh,
Okay, we have
okay.
another piece of input here.
This could be a new metagame that they are all in on, making up
Oh,
ads and
that's
telling us that there's an ad playing.
that's something. I mean, there's a game there, but also one of the activities that I added to the server is not a bot, but it's just messing around with Emoji Kitchen, which some people know what it is and some people don't, and I think everybody should know what it is because it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a project from Google where they're, I believe, humans are like making mashups of all the emojis, and I mean that's a lot of art that needs to be created. So
Yeah.
not everyone is a possibility, but you can make one and then you have like a picture you can copy paste and throw anywhere. And I kind of stumbled upon a game of like, here's the emoji, which two emojis do you think I used to make this?
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
You're gonna have to post that somewhere, or post one that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh well,
I
no, I did.
Yeah.
There's one right now where nobody has guessed it.
Oh, okay. I gotta go find it then.
And it's a tricky
Um,
one. So that's why nobody has guessed it. But
I I do believe that there are ads for Cotton Joe, but I also don't believe anything that you are saying at this point. Uh, but I am intrigued that the baby back chilies commercial might be back. So yeah.
oh, that's true. I'm they can't hear our voices, but they can see what each other are typing if
Yeah.
they're seeing the ads. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
But well, one thing we could talk about for 30 seconds or so is just you being a team captain. I guess you mentioned it, right? That
yeah.
that you had welcomed Jason, but
Mhm.
you're one of our 4 team captains for this time. So, yeah, how's that going? Are you enjoying that?
Yeah, it's good. I want to set up some stuff. I want to be more helpful. I feel like people are
Mhm.
like, "Cool, we're glad you're here," but like, I've been trying to offer a hello, a welcome, and then if you've got any questions. But I think I missed a question yesterday that you were able to answer for someone, so I appreciate that.
Oh, what was
Um,
it? I don't even remember.
it was something about can you modify a post or take down a post, a
Okay.
listing.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
and I
you didn't
just was.
necessarily miss it. I'm just like
Yeah,
setting up
you
sponsors
were
and like
you were on
staring
it
at the server.
fast. Yeah,
So,
you
yeah.
were on it very fast. Okay, well, Joe claims that they're back from back from ads. Do I get 4 gold pips on my collar? I only respect captains with pips on their collar. I don't have a collar, but I'll take like can I do like 4 gold pip earrings or
Oh,
something
there
like
you
that?
go. 4
Um,
gold pips on your tiny pirate hat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I can just start throwing them on my hoodie. I'll just like do pips all over the place. Um, yeah.
Very good.
All right. So that means it sounds like people are back
Yep,
and we
it makes
should
sense. It's been 3 minutes, so I
continue
believe
on this
them.
journey. Yeah. Speaking of Joe Kell,
Oh,
all
just
right.
in time.
I guess we will talk about your game, Joe. Despite your shenanigans. Tootin' and hollerin'. After a long day of camping and a nice can of beans around the fire, the tootin' and hollerin' begins. Push your luck to have the largest, the loudest, or smelliest fart, but don't push too hard.
um, I'm gonna ask you, um, Joe, can I show the origin story of this game? Are you cool with that? Oh yeah, you remember that song? Beans Beans?
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
everybody? Did everybody's childhood include that song?
At least certain
Really?
generation of childhood, of which I think you and I are both a part.
Yes. Um, yes, I think we are pretty close. Here, I'll find
Yeah.
it. Here we go.
Joe says, yeah, that sharing the story.
Yes. So, this came from a place where we have kind of a word game running, and the words that were in the word game inspired this little short story of Joe's. Pizzas are so good. I had a nice pizza at the new place in town. I was being a bit of a weirdo, and that was one of the words, and decided to try to burn off the calories by walking home instead of taking the bus. As I got closer and closer to home, the situation in my stomach got dicier and dicier. I got to the front door and liquid. And I might be making a pressure left dice game at the time called Never Trust a Fart.
Yeah.
But it's what is it called now? It's uh
Hootin' and
Tootin' and
it was
Hollerin'.
Tootin' and Hollerin'.
We need like a cook called Cookie to be a character in this game.
All right. For a tootin' good time, rootin' tootin' not verified, uh, and willing to embrace their immaturity for 20 minutes. All right. Compete to have the loudest or smelliest fart, and or without having the wettest one. Oh,
No.
oh. All right, Joe. I'm gonna play this, but all right. Woo. Tired parent. Got it. It is a unique theme.
Yes.
Yes.
And the I saw a screenshot of this a while ago too, the gas masks. I showed this, I'll tell you, to my it so happened I think I was on a call, like the family chat with my in-laws when this came across my screen and I showed them my father-in-law. I love him, but
Nice.
he's like is always so unimpressed by everything.
Yeah. Ah, well. All right. Oops, all bangers. Maddie. I played this a couple Protospiels ago.
Okay.
Um, I'm assuming it has come
Oh
a
yeah, I like
great
that
distance since then.
that
Yeah.
illustration's really
Yeah.
it has a lot of things about it that I like.
Yeah.
Not just
So
as it
this
is.
is competing to make the best mixtapes. So you collaborate to draft song cards to fill your mixtapes, but only one mixtape can live up to the hype. Ooh, and there's a video too. Love it. Oh yeah, the art has definitely come a long way since I played it. Um, yeah, yeah. So it's a card drafting game, right? So one player is going to request the genre to add to their mixtape, and everyone offers them a song that hopefully has the vibes that they're looking for. And you've got some like private and public goals, right? And then the lead passes. Yep.
Okay.
So cool. Glad to see this one keeping going. Very cool.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a good name too.
Yes. Line Go Up, also by Maddie. This dog is thinking hard.
Also a good name.
Uh yeah. A satirical economics game. Take turns buying and exchanging ultimately worthless cryptocurrencies while trying to force their opponents into going broke. Nearing completion. Nice.
Hello there, Jack.
Was Jack here?
Mm-hmm. Just got here, I
Hello.
think.
Excellent. Um, like most economic games, the goal is to have the most currency, bones, at the end of the game. But you're trying your best to spend as little as possible and manipulate their holdings and their values to maximize their chances of winning. Yeah. Ultimately worthless cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm. This one I played it at least once, maybe twice, but it has been a while. So
Mm-hmm.
this one could be like the art you see on it for the moment is keeping the possibility open of
Mm-hmm.
being a sequel, sort of, or like in the same line as Heck and Hounds. So,
Okay.
which was
Yep.
Maddie's first published game.
Yep. Very cool. All right. So now we have Constellations, brought to us by Kyle. Build unique constellations by connecting hex tiles and gain Stardust. Use Stardust to activate abilities you gain when completing constellations in a shared sky. We've got a picture of the physical prototype, which I love to see. Look at those hexes cut out with little pieces of paper on top of them.
I
So
see.
great.
So I see telescopes, and I'm struggling to understand what the things that are kind of like Xy looking are. What are those?
Uh,
Also telescopes, but just different
I
ones?
don't know, because this one looks more like an anvil to me, but I doubt that's it. Yeah, I
Well, the
don't know.
card, I see it looks like an anvil on the card, but I wonder if
Yeah,
they're just like player symbols, and it doesn't
yeah,
really
they
matter
might just be
exactly what they
player
are.
symbols because we got different colors. But yeah, I don't know. We would have to play the game to find out. Which is kind of the goal. It says that it's colorblind friendly, so that could also just be like a dual encoding on the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
great.
Okay, like
Okay.
that player has claimed that constellation is what that means, I think is what Jack's saying.
Okay. It's a
Yeah, it also looks like
hat.
a hat.
All
Just like
right.
when you're looking at constellations. Is that a hat? Is that a
Yeah.
bird? Anyway.
Yeah, it's a person. All right. Sykes Picot, maybe? By Brooks.
That seems
It's
potentially
a
correct.
agreement between England and France, and I feel like there are French words where that last T is silent, so we're gonna go with it.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, we are agreeing to partition the Middle East after World War One.
Hmm.
It is using trick-taking mechanisms and plays in 30 to 45 minutes. And that art does look like they've gotten, they've spent some time on it. So let's see. Okay, these are two actual people, Mark Sykes or Georges Francois Picot, the British and French diplomats who decided the fate of the entire Middle East region over the course of a few weeks in 1915 to 1916.
Wow.
All right, use a customized deck of cards to win or lose tricks with the goal of meeting your secret diplomatic agenda. All right, winning lets you claim territory somewhere on the map. Losing lets you draw new cards, change a trump suit, or swing the diplomatic pendulum your direction. Game ends when the map is fully claimed or the deck runs out. Okay. Oh, it's possible that you can both win or both lose.
Hmm.
All right. Multiplayer victory or multiplayer defeat. I'm in for that. And who was this? This was Brooks. Okay. Great. Tokyo Electric, another Kyle game by Kyle. So draft cards, spin the wheel, match the symbols to score, and create a collapsing cavalcade of combos to win big. Some nice alliteration there.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's good to read out. I like it. Okay, we've got a picture here. 4 quadrants. Let's see. Drafting and pattern building game where you draft 2 cards from a specific quadrant that give you action to construct your hand to make it easier to score. You score by matching 3 plus symbols in your hand, removing them and collapsing your hand to combo more match 3. All right. Expect a lot of jank.
Very good.
And more questions than answers. Okay. All right. Heard, Kyle. All right. All right. Tales and Trails. Nathan. Cozy but competitive game about little critters going on a big hike. As you play, you'll build out your path, a record of trails you've explored and goals you've accomplished. I played this last time,
Me too.
and it was very adorable.
Yeah,
And I got
it
to, yeah,
feels like a pretty fully formed game to me.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And he's actually local to me, and so we were at an in-person playtesting event just a couple weeks ago. And I think he had this there in physical format as well.
Very good.
Yeah, you are a hiking critter. I think I was a hedgehog. You hike up the hill, you hike down the hill, you're trying to get to the harvest festival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's a cute game. I'm curious which parts he's testing right now. Um, let's see. Looking for a publisher, considering self-publishing. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense if you get this far along and it doesn't seem like you're finding the right match.
Yep. All right, we've got our first entry from Derwent. Kingdom or bust. So players wage war by placing dominoes in this light tug-of-war strategy game. The game features blackjack-style play, and players try to push their opponent back to their castle. All right. Oh, kingdom, like domino. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, we've got a video. Everyone can go watch the video. So this was designed for the game crafters that cool stock component challenge. Is the cool stock component a domino? Is that what I wasn't part of the challenge? Does anyone know?
Are you saying it was a game cool stock component? Okay.
Yeah,
A
that
domino
cool stock
seems like,
components challenge.
I guess it seems kind of generic though. I don't know. You'll have to tell us which.
Yeah,
I guess
and why?
like maybe it was in they like that's interesting. How do they define cool? Like what qualifies something as cool? Did they say just like anything in the stock components counts, or
I mean, or maybe they pulled out. I mean, I would assume they pulled out like we have a lot of this stock component, and so we're gonna just
maybe
dub it cool. I don't know that.
I dubbed it cool.
Cool. That cool stock component challenge. Hmm. I don't know. Great. Is Dermot not here anymore to
No,
tell us
he
what
is.
the
He
cool
says,
component was?
I've been
No.
agonizing over the definition of a cool stock component for months now. Like, am
And
I
we
going to be
called it out
qualified? Is the
immediately.
domino not cool enough?
And we immediately cast doubt on all of your life choices. We're really sorry about that, Dermot.
Yes.
Um, okay, Joe says it's using a stock component in an unexpected way. Um, oh, I don't know who the board game equivalent of Anna Wintour is. Uh, that sounds
Do you
that
know?
sounds scary.
Do you know what Anna Wintour is? I don't think I've heard of that.
Yes, Anna Wintour was or is the editor-in-chief of like Vogue or something like that.
Okay.
And the book The Devil Wears Prada,
Oh,
Miranda Priestley's character is
about
yeah, based on her. Challenging. Challenging would be a word to
right.
describe that.
A kind way
Opinionated.
of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very opinionated. Probably often right given their experience and their domain. But
Yeah.
woo. Yeah. Um all right. Cool. Excellent. Trucking right along. Steve, Astral Expeditions. Steve is another designer local to me. So take on the role of one of the first starship crews to explore your uncharted galaxy and uncover new discoveries to create solutions to your homeworld's greatest issues. Um, I have played this. I played it a while ago in person. It was very cool. It's got it's a exploratory, as you move, you flip new hexes and stuff like that, sort of thing
Okay.
that's going on. It's got a little bit of, we talked earlier about like you have to go back, like you have to get back to your home world. You can't just like float around in space. There are things you have to bring back.
Okay.
You like do science and then you deliver it off or deliver it back to wherever you're based, I think.
Okay.
But it's been a little while since I played it. Trying a complete rework of the
Oh.
scoring system. All
This
right.
was this was when Jack, Steven, maybe Connor as well. Like one other person I think was there also
Mm.
like
Oh
analyzing their game
yeah.
with
Yep.
your it's available in our in our swag bag. I cannot remember exactly the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's kind of like 10 questions to help you see
Yeah.
if you're on the right track with your
Jack,
design.
your evaluation tool. Throw the name of it into the chat. There we go.
There we
Self-diagnostic.
go. Yes.
Jack for the rescue.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, all right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to try that one yet. That would be good to look out
Yeah.
for.
Electioneering. I think I also played this the other day online. All
Oh,
right. So,
okay.
set in the tumultuous time in election histories when candidates didn't run together, compete with your fellow players through 4 early American elections to decide who will come in second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So, this
when you
was,
didn't say like this is my vice president running mate, and it was like
yes.
whoever was second place was the vice president. Is how
Yes.
it used
And
to be.
so, the game we played, we elected John Jay as vice
Okay.
president to George Washington. Um, uh, to the disgruntlement of some, but I was happy because I was one of the winners because I picked John Jay to win.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool little game. I haven't seen um election games sort of done like this, and it feels sort of far enough in the past and such a specific thing of like who's gonna be the vice president,
Mhm.
that it
Yep.
doesn't, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't bring me to like any like current election like stress. But it has some fun things where like if you don't elect Washington as president, everyone loses the game. And like if you don't
Oh, okay.
ratify the constitution, everyone loses the game. Right? So you're
Okay.
like sort of like you have to play like you have to adhere to some of what actually happened.
Sort of, kind of like real life government.
Yeah,
Like if you
kind
don't
of.
ratify
Yeah.
the budget, everyone loses. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Um Yeah, so I only played one of the elections. I didn't realize there were gonna be 4 elections in this. I just played the
Okay.
first Washington, presidential election.
Oh, so is it
Um,
like the really first 4 elections in history, or does it skip around to the most famous ones in history, or
I think it's the first 4 because it's about when, because at some point we stopped doing
okay.
the, second place gets vice president. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly, Jack. If you don't do the bare minimum, nobody gets to claim a victory. Um, what? Derwin, what happened to your cat? Oh.
Oh.
Little toe bean toots. Were they rootin' and tootin' and hollerin'? Yeah. But yeah, the first 4. There he is.
Okay.
Nate's in the chat. The
There we
first
go.
4 below they changed the VP rule. Yeah. No, this game was very fun. Um, and I had a great time. Uh, yeah, would recommend. Um, but I love this question. Does your candidate have what it takes to come in second? Period, because we can't do question marks, but it's great. Um, all right, we've got Brooks again with Spindletop.
Mhm.
Howdy is 1902. Oil was just discovered at Spindletop in southeast Texas. Try to navigate the competitive and cutthroat oil business while you bet on your success and test your hand at poker. Okay, all right. So we're doing oil poker, oil, oil and poker.
With texagons. We still have texagons.
Texagons? Wait, these look like poker chips. Oh,
Zoom up
texagons down
or
here.
scroll up. Or yeah, it's there
Yep,
too. Yeah.
yep. I got it. Ooh, interesting. All right. So has this one been to Protospiel before?
Yes.
Protospiel Online? Okay.
I believe January was Brooks' first Protospiel and brought this game. Unless like time is weird to me. But yeah.
Always is. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to play this one as it was in January, but I've heard that it has changed a lot. Brooks actually, if you like look at our Twitch channel, you'll see a highlight of Brooks's interview during
Oh,
our giveaway live stream from last time.
nice.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. It was birthed at the January PO. Right. Pest House, Scott Crabtree.
It's good.
So, a public health themed flip and write game. Avoid plagues while building the biggest, healthiest, and most prosperous town of all. Um, oh, you need to be able to print a single page game sheet, it sounds like, to play this.
Okay, this is the person who needed to bring their companion camera to Protospiel. So we'll see how it turns
Aw.
out. We're doing an experiment here of a playtest that needs like a separate camera from the person's
Oh.
channel.
So did they just choose screen top because you had to choose something? Is it not on screen top?
I don't know. I honestly did not try to fully understand what they were what they were suggesting they would do, how they were
Yeah.
suggesting they'd run it, but they said they had a physical thing that they wanted to be able to show people at the same time as playing it somehow.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll have to see and get some feedback from them on like
Yeah, how it
whether it
works.
was needed, I guess, or whether it turned out not to be not to
Yep.
need a second account.
Yep.
But yeah, I doubt that it's not on screen top, or
Yep.
because there are other things that you can say, just custom website or Discord video
Okay. Yep.
chat. I mean, as
Yep.
long as they understand that Discord video chat means we
Right.
don't have any digital version, right?
Yeah. All right. Cool. When a plague strikes, it strikes differently for each town based on the towns they've built. All right. Ooh, you have to balance the risks of spotted fever, consumption, and cholera.
Mm.
It's a lot. All right. Kung Fu Shuffle. Carter. Fast-paced martial arts deck builder where players take each other on as unique fighters. Play cards to your set and complete powerful combos to be the last fighter standing. All right. Ooh, no mercy to those without the will to become strong. Battle card game. 12 style battles.
But it
12
goes up to
styles.
6.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, usually those when I see something like this, I immediately think this is probably a 2-player card battler, but it looks like it has more flexibility than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a big old like melee, right? Enter the
Mm-hmm.
fray.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We don't have a picture of the gameplay itself, but the cards look pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be a lot of, intricate reading.
Yeah, it says 5-minute teach, so
Oh, yep.
we'll see. We'll see.
I've just started saying every teach takes 15 minutes and just hoping that I make it under that because
Yeah. I mean, that's part of what you're testing when you play test, you're practicing what what order the things need to be told, both for out loud and potentially that overflows into writing the rules themselves. So,
yeah.
it's
All
all
right,
part of the
John
experience.
Gill. Yeah.
Okay.
Grandstand.
I think this
Build the
is
best hands in this
new
fast
to
and
me.
compact 2-player card playing game. Yeah, I have not seen this one before. Both players are playing cards to the same 5x5 grid, but one player scores for rows and one scores for columns. Interesting. All right.
Oh, but it has a solo too, because it says min player 1.
Maybe it's got some sort of AI or something like that. Now I'm curious, is it grandstand as in like I'm grandstanding, or is it grandstand as in like those people are sitting on the grandstand? Or is that a bandstand? I don't know.
No. I think a grandstand can be like another word for
The
bleachers.
bleachers, yeah. All right, so this
Now
is
I
a
want
new
to know.
design, testing to see if it has legs. Riff on a classic game, so it's possible it doesn't have the makings of a commercial product. Great.
Grandstand is like kind of more like the thing you picture at the Kentucky Derby, but yeah,
Hmm.
it's usually roofed, but it's the seating.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Sweet.
This one I have played, and it's a very interesting game. It's quite far along, and it's
Pack of Spies.
yeah, and it's like it felt like just playing a game that that could be published to me.
Yeah, so competitive card placement game of partial alliances where you build sets of agent cards to take over various regions of the world. Also not one that I've played. All right, we've got a video. Yep, it's got some, looks like it's got some graphic design. That tested on Break My Game and the Seattle Tabletop Game Designers.
Yeah, it's like you and your neighbor have kind of shared knowledge. I don't think that's mentioned in the description, but yeah, shared goal / knowledge, like faction. Like me and my neighbor both care about the yellow faction. Me and this neighbor both care about the green one.
Gotcha. All right, moving right along. Fly for Pie. There you go. All right. Push your luck, pick up and deliver set collection game where you try to pick the sweetest berries for your grandma's pie while flying around on hang gliders. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But beware the gathering storm. All right. I'm here for this. This is another food game. I'm just going to say.
Yes.
I am here for adding the food theme. All right. So the game is done. This is in final testing. A new map for earlier playtesters and the old map for new players. Working on the artwork right now with an artist. Hopefully we'll crowdfund the game through Kickstarter in a couple of months. That's exciting. When you do, you should make sure to submit a request to have us highlight it in the newsletter.
Yes. Don't forget.
Just
Although
saying.
We had kind of a bit of a dry spell of anybody telling us about anything to talk about, but I think we have more to work with. Although one of them is like, that's what we want you to do. Tell us early so we can plan and like make sure it's perfectly timed for you. But it's kind of sad when it's early because I'm like, oh, but I'm so excited.
I know. We got a request for 6 months from now.
Right.
That's why I haven't put mine in because mine's for September. And I was like, I don't need to put that in yet. But maybe I should get it on the calendar.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
Just so we see it coming. And I mean,
Yeah.
something that I hadn't thought about all of that is like there's also I can understand you're like, I'm gonna do it in September. Crap, this was a lot harder than I thought. Like it'll actually be more like, January or whatever. And you need to kind of reach out and say, just like pump the brakes on that. I'll let you know. But I think you could it's okay if it's in there and then you just have to contact us and let us know something changed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Flip tricks. Joe Kell again. It's the most tense skateboarding competition of your career. Determine the right times to spend and save energy to take home the prize. Flip tricks is a trick taker with a prevalent auction twist. So another trick taker. I think I did see the beginning of a video for this, or maybe I saw an entire video on this. Yeah, it takes about 45 minutes to play. Yeah. What was that?
Was this something that they made a video for the sake of a contest? It sounds
I
kind of
think
familiar.
so. I think they posted that video on a Discord that you and I are probably both a part of. Plan carefully for when to play your best tricks and be thoughtful about how much energy is needed to get the points from the judge.
Jamie is another person who needs to give us their details to be featured.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Pitch video. Both is the correct answer. Yes.
All right. So we've got Shovels and Shanties, a pirate bluffing game. You'll use your shovels to dig up booty cards and add them to your personal haul. Each booty card has different ways to score points, so try to get the best combinations. Love it.
This one I have play tested a couple times. This one has a concept of being like 2 packs of 18 cards that you can play either by itself or
all right,
or mixed together.
Gotcha. They can emerge as the most bountiful pirate. Bountiful or bootyful, right? Because they have booty and they're full of booty. I'm just saying.
This game is all about the P's. Like every
Mm,
action, I am not good at remembering the names of them, but it's like plunder, protect,
gotcha.
probe, I think is one of them.
Yeah. Well, apparently, Tanner and I were on some sort of wavelength because up next is Pirates of the High Seas. So we're just gonna go back to back pirates here. Uh, yeah, this is me. I don't know. Should I introduce it? I can make you introduce it, Heather.
Yeah, if you feel better about it, I can
Yeah,
read
go
about
for it.
it.
Yeah,
But it's nice that you're here and you can answer any questions right directly
sure,
on
sure.
chat or like without, yeah, verbally.
Yeah,
We can hear you answer them. Yeah.
it's true. Yes.
Well, yeah, and this one I have played this, but it has been a really long time and it was really different then, I think, when I played it. I can't even remember how long ago it was. I don't know if you
Probably a
remember.
year. It was
Yeah,
probably a year.
year
Yep.
or more. Um, sorry, I'm trying to. If I'm gonna drive two things, I get distracted.
Yeah.
But
And yes, Joe, I do want you to do the unguided playtest here. That's one of my goals is to do an unguided playtest at PO. And Kirsten wants to play too, so we're gonna set up a time when I can get you and Kirsten together.
Jack is
and
taking
for the
questions on
plunder.
this game,
Yes.
so just so we
Yeah,
know.
Jack did a thorough pass on the rules
Oh,
for
okay,
this game, so Jack knows that, and the rules are only slightly changed since we did that, Jack. So,
okay,
um,
awesome.
but yeah,
But yeah, I love the concept of you're pirates, but you also like fancy foods. And is it that you're trying to win your captain's regard? Yeah, still okay.
yeah, yep.
By
It does
serving the
have a sizzle
best.
video. Yep, it's got a little
Not
less
too
than
new to
2 minute video.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just gonna
yeah.
put a plug. I'm looking for anyone who likes solo games because I just designed a
Okay.
solo mode for it, and so
Mm.
but I don't know a lot of people who play. I do have a 2-player mode. Jamie, you've played it with me. It's not modified very much from when we played it, but yeah, I need to test the solo mode. I need to test the 2-player, and I need to do an
Okay.
unguided playtest. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think this is the video I've seen.
yeah,
It made me guffaw at the very beginning. It made Will
yar,
guffaw too. So
yes,
you're you're doing a good job of grabbing attention with your video.
thank you. Yeah, check it out. It's coming to Kickstarter this fall is the plan slash goal. So
Yeah.
it's circling in on being close there.
I mean, I
Um,
think you can do it. Like I know I was saying it's very common to be like, it's gonna be now. No, it isn't, and
yeah,
the unforeseen things can happen and it's not like a failing if it doesn't happen. But
yeah,
yeah, you've got the chance to focus on it for a while. So
yeah, it's wonderful. And yes, Jamie, your suggestion did make it in. I've play tested a bunch. I play tested with Jamie a couple weeks ago, and a couple of the changes that we came up with there have already made it in and been tested. So that's very exciting.
yeah.
Um, uh, yeah.
All
So then
right.
we're just gonna go
Just came
through.
on.
Now we're just in my section, which I don't
Yeah.
have too many games. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So this one is new to me, so I have questions for you
Yes,
about it.
hit me.
I I I briefly saw it in the kind of um the listing that I'm keeping like up to date with the sortable listing, right? That I keep
Mhm.
do some things to keep up to date for y'all. So deliver insults to your worst enemies. It made me think about Tootsie Mootsie. It's like the mean version of Tootsie Mootsie. Is that what you're
It is
going
so
for?
it's the same, it's the Victorian language of flowers, but what I uncovered is that some of the flowers are insulting, and some of them are like, "Beware," or "Watch your back," or like, there's like,
Okay.
"Beauty is your only asset." And so, like, I
Oh
went and
man.
found all of the insulting flowers, and so now you have to pick flowers and make bouquets to send to people you don't like. And you actually like create these bouquets and send them to the other players so that the player receives the bouquet and then they get to pick a flower out of the bouquet that then they can use in theirs.
Okay.
But yeah, so it is. Yeah, I came up with this idea. Then I Googled this and Victorian language of flowers and board games, found Tussie Mussy, and was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And then I was like, you know what? Yes, I can.
It's different. Yeah, and it
It's
doesn't look
different.
like, well, that one is an 18 card game.
Yes.
Um,
This one is far more than 18 cards right now.
I don't think it looks like it. Yours looks, at first glance, it looks like a tile laying game. Oh, Mean Girls edition. Yeah.
They're the flowers are
Oh,
square cards.
a
So,
cordial take that game. I mean, cutting flowers is also, you've got it in the name game, like Pirates of the High Teas. I mean, that was recently Jonathan Chaffer was also on a podcast talking about usually his design process starts with pun.
uh-huh.
Right? And I think that
Yes.
game was like that, right? You were like, I
Yeah.
want a game that's called that.
Yep.
What is it then? Yeah.
I had a tea game and I was like, it needs a better name. And someone gave me that. And I was like, done.
You
Yeah.
are
So,
correct. That is the correct
yeah,
answer.
cutting flowers is absolutely a name that I'm very excited about.
Is that
So
one, was that you? Or
that
did
was
somebody
me.
give you that
Yeah, that
suggestion?
was
Yeah.
me. I was trying to I had a lot of terrible name ideas. I did an interview today where we were talking about how like sometimes you come up with a great name and then you have to like live up to the name. Like you got to make sure
Mm,
that the game
mhm.
actually
Too much pressure.
delivers on that promise. Whoops. Um
Oh.
yeah, this one's real early, so just expect that it is not fun and that it is horribly broken. And when we start, I'm going to be like, we're going to play until I say stop because we don't really have an end game condition yet. It's
Okay.
just a play it and see how it
Mhm.
goes. Yes, name first is the king of game design.
Yeah,
All right.
people don't even bring it up when they're debating which one, you know. There's actually 3, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
This
this
is
one's
my
new too.
last one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were talking about this syrup.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
I. This was how Cutting Flowers started as a hex laying game, and then
Okay.
it didn't deliver on the insults part. So,
Okay.
so I was like, what else do you like plant and then harvest? And Steve of the game we were just talking about, the space exploration game,
Mhm.
um, was like, what about syrup? So now you're gonna
Hmm.
go and you're gonna tap trees in the forest and collect sap and make syrup. And it's a little bit far from actual maple syrup because maple syrup you do like pure sugar maple, and this is like you want to mix, you want a little bit of sugar maple and a little bit of black maple and a little bit of silver maple, um,
Okay.
which you could certainly do. It's just you need a lot more sap. um, but yeah,
What brought up that idea out of curiosity? Was it something about the game or
the gameplay itself was you build out the hex, so you're placing the tiles, and which to me felt like planting or tapping or something where
Mhm.
you
Canvassing an
place, or
area
yeah,
in
yeah,
some way?
and
Yeah.
then when you place the tile you drop a bunch of tokens on it, and then you make your way through and you collect them until you've used up
Mm.
all the resources in the tile. So it felt
Oh,
like
yeah. I could see
putting
that.
something down and harvesting. And so I
Mhm.
was trying to look for other things that you sort of put down and then harvest.
Mhm.
And so, and I don't like this name. So if anyone has a better game name for a game
Sure.
about making syrup,
Yeah, it
um,
doesn't, sugar for I picture something very Candyland-ish
yes,
when I
yeah, yeah,
saw
yeah,
that, or like Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph or something like that.
yeah. It's wrong in my laptop. It's called syrup hexes. But I was like, I'll try something other than syrup hexes for Protospiel Online, but I already hate it. So uh,
Right.
needs a new name.
Hmm,
If anyone's got a new name
yeah.
suggestion, hit me up.
Sticky
So
Business is, I think, a viable contender.
yeah, yep. Dappin' and Sappin'. There we go. Joe Joe for the win. Um, all right, we'll workshop it all weekend. Just throw me name ideas. I'm not committing to anything that I've heard so far. All right,
Oh,
so Out for a Bite, Mark Marino. Look at this. We got like Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein eating burgers. So the monsters are famished, but what will they eat? Tacos, pizza, burgers? Who gets to choose? Some will feast and some will go hungry. That feels like a problem if the monsters are hungry. You decide in this party game of hidden roles and compromise. All right, so we've got like social deduction, maybe hidden roles.
This is another. It's like concept art is beginning of game. I think was how this
Yeah.
one started, and
Oh, all
somewhat
right.
name. I think
Yeah.
name combined with concept art.
Mhm.
This was something Mark was doing last time as a. I think he also was on uh, our highlights on our Twitch channel from being interviewed from last time, and just like tried this game. Like, let me try this mechanic with this game, this mechanic with this game until found one, and just was using the weekend to workshop that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have Emotion 29, also Mark Marino. I think we're hitting the mark period. So a new emotion has cropped up. Emotion 29. But how does it feel? Play this game of emotional exploration, play, and discovery. Interesting. Interesting. It makes me think of like is it Heinz 29? Heinz 59? How many
57.
57. How many things are in Heinz? Sure, 57 sounds good. Jamie has pointed out the 4 to 7 players. That is the count that is listed. I don't know if that's the actual count of the game or if that's just what Mark is looking to test this weekend. It is on a custom website and Discord video chat. Looking to self-publish and do print on demand. 1,000+ players only. Everyone must bring their own dice, though.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
this was a co-design with his son. At least his son, maybe both of his kids. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they do some of that as a family too.
That's great.
Did I miss something? Is this an acronym I'm supposed to know?
What, Tower Heist? What?
No.
Bring your own dice. I said something about everyone must bring their own dice.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm assuming that is bring your own dice.
Broad.
Yeah. Bjod. Bjod. Yeah. All right. I've moved on to Jeff's Tower Heist. A competitive tower defense game. Construct your maze-like castle to guard your gems from opponents and assemble a crack team to steal their stuff.
Very
cool.
Good.
I think that's what we've got.
Tower defense and maze at the same time. That
Yeah.
seems like a fun combination.
Maze-like castle. Yep. I love a game with gems too. I hope in the real game it's got the little resin ones.
I think we missed. Here, I'll look at it. We missed we missed mentioning what Mark's is. Says
something about a professor.
A nutty professor.
Nutty professor. Creative writer. Wildcard. Nutty professor. Yep. So Jeff, also cat owner, has actual meeples in the real game or in the physical game rather than the virtual game. The virtual game is real too. I didn't mean to insult it.
Well, luckily this is a long stream, so you still got to come for it, Kirsten.
Yeah. Kirsten!
And we haven't even gotten to your games yet, so
yeah.
That worked
and we
out.
Talked about trying to find a time to play Pirates with you. So you, me, and Joe Cal, we're working on that.
Actually,
all right.
you're just in time. it's your game next.
Nailed it. Then she's just gonna be out. All right. Quest of Bell. A cooperative word building game with mission-based challenges to complete. It won the 2022 L Deck Design Contest and will be released in 2024-25. Is it L or ELL in terms of how we say that?
I say
The deck
L.
design.
Yeah.
Okay,
ELL.
great.
Because it's like every name made with it is like Quest a Bell. It has like ends with
Okay.
L, like that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't stand for anything, I don't think. I can't. If it does, like, let me know if I'm wrong about that, Kirsten. But I think it just refers to the last part of the name of any game made with it. Because the first game was Wibble, and then many other games were made out of the deck.
Yeah. All right. All right. So we've got a start of the story and a choose your own adventure style structure laid out. Love some tests at the easy level with players reading the story and see how they decide to proceed. That sounds fun. I do like a choose your own adventure situation. Gives me a lot of agency as a player. I like it. All right.
Yeah, this one I have tested quite a few times. It's like a word game mashup with the crew. With a deck
Nice.
that you can play a lot of other games with. So gosh, it's just really a lot of variety there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it
You
might be
confirm it doesn't
English
stand for
language
anything.
learning. All right. All right. And Joe is headed out. All right. That way we won't know when fake ads go on. Oh, are we at an hour? Do we need to do more ads?
My timer says we have
We still
11
got time.
minutes.
All right. So Crosswired, Nate. Chance of Sinar meets Sky Team. I've heard of Sky Team. I don't know how to pronounce the other one.
The first
It's a
one.
two-player asymmetric co-op logic game. All right. Computer outputs reports and requests in its own language, while the crew member must translate and act on it. Interesting. I still need to play Sky Team. So. All right. Make your dashboard match the controls on the computer's answer key. The computer can only communicate a few things per round in a randomly generated language. Interesting. Starts with a few translated symbols. So for some reason, this reminded me a little bit of like Space Team when you get to the moment when you're like, I don't know, take the thing that's like the triangle with the line and the...
Yes.
but that'd be because I'm tired.
Especially with the right, I have some very like drama background sort of friends. The flange! Yeah. The flange! You know what I mean? It's a very funny game.
Yeah. Nate says this game is only a week old. So that's exciting. Nate, I will play this game.
Okay.
A
language puzzle adventure game on Steam is what Chance of Sinar is. Okay.
I can't play anything on Steam because I have a Mac. But that is all. It's my own sadness. All right. Apple Orchard. Kirsten. All right. Brain burning, semi bidding, semi trick taking game with a set collection, market manipulation, and a spatial puzzle. I played it. It's great.
This one I haven't gotten to play yet. Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. Oh, it looks like... Oh, no. Okay. Those are just the tucked cards. I was like, did the cards change? No, I think that you've just got the way they tuck is making the tree look bigger in a way that is slightly different than the last time that I played. Let's see. The card abilities have been streamlined. The Apple Orchard seems to be hitting its stride now. So it feels like it's quickly approaching a nearing completion status. Looking for more refinement type of feedback rather than major changes. Yeah. Looking at self-publishing it. Yeah. Love that.
Okay.
And one of our New Zealand time zone folks. All right, we got another game from Derwent, A Taste for the King. So players take on the role of taste testers at a royal feast. Try to eat the most dishes without getting poisoned and serve your king their meal first. That is a dangerous profession, being a taste tester for the king.
That's true.
Is that a dessert? Oh, yeah, it's a jumble. All right. We got some arsenic. Playtested a breakaway game.
Have you played this one yet, Emily? Because it's been
I
around
haven't.
Protospiel Online a while, and it fits a lot of people at the table. So a lot of people, I think, have probably played it at least once.
Yeah, I have not. Interesting.
Yeah. It's been very still it's a pressure luck game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Looks like Derwent managed to recently drop the 5 to 6 player game from 80 to 90 minutes down to 50 to 60 minutes. That's interesting. Got some Hanabi style hand references here.
Yeah, where everyone but you can see your hand.
Yeah, it looks like Derwent's trying to, get to some more simultaneous play to speed up the game a bit.
Okay.
So that's cool. We've got looks like a mailing list you can join, a digital demo, mixed race British sci-fi geek who enjoys making from 3D printing, video, and tabletop games to writing and art. Oh, I know this next one. Jamie, fight sequence. A head-to-head card game of psychics thinking about fighting. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm curious what Jamie is testing this time. I know Jamie is working on... Yeah, it's back. Never heard of it. Matthew Hawker has never heard of this game. Yep. And Jamie is sharing with folks in the chat that they are planning to launch this June 3rd, 2025.
Okay.
So great opportunity. I don't know if you're sort of doing some like final play testing here. Wrote what I'm testing in the block. All right. I'll be testing potential new ways of onboarding players to the game, various language and visual changes to help with the rules clarity and intuitiveness, and some balance testing in the character deck stage. Likely also have some character lore to talk about with folks who are interested in the flavor side of games to get initial impressions there and see where I can improve my writing and world building. Might not be ready in time for testing though. But yeah, very cool.
Very cool card.
Yeah, no, there's great art. Every character deck has just amazing stuff in it. They've been working on this for a while.
Matthew. Oh, it's an RPG.
Fireban. Matthew Hawker, Fireban. All right, back to Derwent. Kaiju Boxing, working title. Competing cyborg kaiju mechs in the boxing ring. Place dominoes, which we now know are the cool component, right? To register attacks and try to take out your opponent's core to be the last mon standing. Nice wordplay. First draft prototype, despite the visuals. Trying to make a domino game for more than 2 players. You know what, Derwent? We should chat because I am also trying to make a domino game for more than 2 players. I think there might be something there, but at the moment it's completely untested and suspect it may be a bit too fiddly in its current state. Interesting. Yeah. So you place your dominoes depending on your positioning the dominoes, either attacking or defending and healing. All right. Take turns based on initiative, trying to destroy their opponent's body parts and reveal the heart or core. Then you have to destroy the core. Take down your foe. Yeah. Sweet.
Very good. It seems like I feel like there's a lot of games of Derwent's that I've never heard of before that you've been creating.
Derwent's on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
The time for trick taking is over. The age of dominoes has come. Yeah. I'm here for that. I am absolutely here for that. All right. Back to Jamie. Elemistic, a 9-card duel of harnessing chaotic elements. I've also played this game. I am impressively bad at this game. But it's a great game. My being bad at it should not dissuade you because it is a great game. So a quick 9-card dueling game. It is under contract. Yep. Releasing by the end of the year. So Jamie's gotten a ton of support at Protospiel Online, and is working on a second set, hoping to release next year, and definitely needs a bunch of tuning. So, yeah. Jamie's very good at teaching this game, and I'm assuming teaching the second deck of this game. I'm sure you're going to have great playtest where you get a lot out of this. Yeah. They said it is currently too far off the rails, but I'm sure that you'll get it back on the rails. All right. Continuing on our Jamie adventure, Jamie and Maya, right? Hearts of Sin. So team up with the other commanders of the Demon Queen, ruling of this is a hell, and punch the souls of fascists into dust so they don't kill the Demon Queen and take over. Yes, this is a game of punching fascists in hell. Jamie, did I get that right? I believe that's what you've said. I was close at least. Yeah. Yes. COVID-induced fever dream from a couple POs ago. Talked about it in Coffee Talk, and then Maya was all in on it. And so this is the first time that they're showing it to other humans besides Maya, and sure, the wheels will fall off. Inspiration from Dice Forge, Diablo's skill trees, and Frosthaven. Gnarly boss fight from Frosthaven, but the modifier decks are buildable dice. And every character has 3 skill trees, and you do all your leveling up in a single scenario.
Oh my gosh.
The big
Emily,
one. It's a big
I
game.
thought you said first time showing to humans other than Maya and sharing the wheels with Olaf. That's what I thought you said. I'm like, who's Olaf? Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I was left behind there for a second.
Yeah. Oh, apparently I uncensored what Jamie had written. My bad.
Oh,
I thought I just read what was there, but maybe it's because I said the 3 instead of the E, or said the E
Olaf,
instead of the
take
3.
the wheel.
Speaking of going off the rails, this stream might be going off the rails.
Oh, it's commercial time now.
Oh, it's commercial time. All right, let's do a commercial. It's gonna be great. Tell us what you see. Tell us about your ads.
Yes, we need to figure out like a game to play during the ads in chat. This is like the design assignment for our community.
I think if people had to write a haiku about the ads that they saw, that could be fun. It's about Olaf's Wild and Wheel Warehouse. Oh my gosh. Derwin has an ad this time. Great.
That's funny.
Who wants to play Ghost? Is that a game? Should I know what Ghost is?
I don't. I don't know if it's in relation. It's referring to the ads. I should be putting these up. Yeah.
All right. So Matthew Hawker's thinking of a number 1 to 10.
Okay.
Oh wait, what is this? Derwent says you can picture the stream on the side and listen to it over the ad. Okay. So interesting. Pie. Oh, whoever gets it first loses. Interesting. I don't think Matthew's game is gonna end. Interesting.
Okay, so they're
no one else is guessing. They're like, I'm just not gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 7.
Between 1 and 10.
I can't add to the chat, but I'm gonna say 7.
Oh, you can add to the. Oh, maybe you can't.
Oh, I
Well, if
can't.
you could go to
I'm gonna do
Twitch,
this.
but I'll
Yeah,
put it. I'm
happening.
driving the chat, so I can put.
Let's do this one.
I'll put your guess in there
Yeah.
for you.
Now Derwent can't play the sound over the ad.
I spoke too soon.
No, but the first to get it does not win.
Right. Yeah, it's actually worse.
Yeah.
So you want to lose, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell what number we go to on these things? On like
Yes, I know we're actually
how
pretty
are we
close to the
doing?
end.
Okay.
I happen to have it open because I'm just, if anybody adds something new, I'm
Yeah.
updating it for them. But yeah, we got very close to the end. I think we have 4 left, but we wouldn't want to trying to rush before the commercial would happen would be quite stressful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now another ad. Okay, another one of Derwent's.
Yeah.
Is that true? Yes, that's right. Well, Derwent has been busy. Well, you also have been busy, Emily.
Yeah. I did not
Which
list all the games that I've been working at because I don't have time to digitize them all for testing.
mm-hmm.
I gotta figure out what's next with good kitties. Ooh, and we're back. Are we back?
I think so. Mm-hmm. That makes
All right.
sense.
Great.
Timer wise, that seems true.
Don't worry, Jamie. I'm not going to steal your favorite number. My favorite number is just 13. So, and you can't have it. All right. Okay. So we talked Hearts of Sin. Now we are going to go to unnamed dungeon game. Derwent cranking them out. Take on the isometric roles of adventurers and monsters. A treasure seek and defend strategy game for 2 players with multiple board layouts. Interesting. Okay, 30 minutes. All right. Oh, this is another cool stock part contest. But
Okay.
too fiddly to get balanced. But what is the cool stock part in it? Is it dominoes again? And equips them with as many abilities they can afford. Reveal the treasure tile and return to the cave exit. The game currently uses hex tiles, but I've had a little trouble working out if the flat edges or the corners should be oriented north-south. Both have troublesome implications for movement and ranged attacks. Interesting. All right, so is hex tiles the cool component then? Originally blank hex tiles. Okay. On 5/8/13, my birthday was part of the 2013. I was like, how did we get 13? 2013 was a year. That was recent. Got it. Relatively. Yeah.
No. Oh, the miniatures are the cool part in this one.
Okay.
Derwent is saying.
Yeah. Jamie, you're looking great for 109. Lily Hop, Matthew Hawker, look at those adorable frogs. Or toads. Yeah, no, frogs. Very strategic game of frogs hopping. He is not kidding. It is very strategic. A modular rondelle system. Cute sleeping frogs are incredibly deceptive in terms of the brain burn of this game. Gonna try and test out the big toad lily pad. This game is very brain burny in, a wonderful kind of way.
Testing the big toad. Very good.
The big toad. It's gonna be good. Yeah. All right. I mean, they look very happy. They're just so cute.
Content.
Yeah. Oh, Introvert at a House Party. I have also played this game. I played it last, Protospiel Online. Also Matthew Hawker.
I haven't heard
So,
very many details about it, so yeah, I'm glad that you played it, so you can talk
oh
a little more
yeah.
about it.
So players are helping their introvert friend out at a house party. Hands of cards represent rooms of the house. Move cards, party people, to activate effects and help the introvert leave or be alone. Interesting. So when I was playing it, there were these mechanics where you're basically moving the cards out of your hand and into other people's hands, and you were
Mhm.
trying to. There were like a couple different uh win conditions. One was like if you're left just holding the introvert, like if the introvert is alone.
Mhm.
And the other was something about like you get the introvert to like leave the party because there's cards I think where you could like have people just like cards be discarded. But
Mhm.
I'm sure it's changed. I'm sure I'm not fully remembering how to play it. So I'm doing an amazing job pitching Matthew Hawker's game.
That sounds pretty similar to the
While
pitch, though,
while
what you're
Matthew
saying there.
listens, although maybe I don't know. Is Matthew still here?
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, he's gone now. He's unacceptable.
A couple nuances here or there. Yeah, me remembering nuance from 4 months ago is not going to happen. But
I'm
always
always
here.
here.
Well, I don't know how many. I don't know, Matthew, if you were here when I butchered Connor's game as well. I was like, yeah, it's great. Ghouls at the party. They're awesome. So I did my best. Uh, but no, I'm interested to see how this one has evolved. Um, all right. Ooh, and this is one that is from Matthew Walker that I've not played. One letter drop. Players play one card at a time into a pool of letter cards in clockwise order to make a word or words to empty their own hand first. If someone's struggling to make it happen, start a 30-second timer. Okay. I mean, I think it says Protospiel with a dash.
Yeah, I'm trying to like
It's
read
an
that card with a
underscore.
dash.
Yeah, it's an
What does it
underscore,
say?
not a dash.
Okay, play with another card. It's not like
Aww.
meant to be read.
Did you see the game details? Hey, Heather, Emily, thanks for being awesome and running this tonight. Looking forward to another great Protospiel weekend.
Yay!
Matthew, you're very
I think
nice.
you just made that picture too. I mean, I can. It would
Yeah,
be maybe slightly inappropriate to like put that on another listing. I don't know, maybe not, but
yeah,
to make that the picture for the game.
yeah. Ooh, underscore lets you make an additional word. Okay, nice.
Oh, okay.
Love it. All right.
Thank you, Matthew, for coming. I don't have. Oh, Emily has this. You can do it.
What? What do I have?
The
Oh,
art.
yeah. Here we go. There you go.
There you
Those are for
go.
you, Matthew. And we can also throw in a little bit of fireworks. All right. This is one I have not played, but I'm excited to play. Duck Duck Sploosh. I have heard of this so many times, and I have not played it, Kirsten. So Duck Duck Sploosh is a single deck take that card game for 3 to 8 players that offers silly fun for ages 6 and up. Same silly game with added goal of being the wet kid. So I am assuming, and I have been assuming, that Duck Duck Sploosh is a regional variant of Duck Duck Goose. Is that correct? Does anyone know?
Oh, I think it's a play on. I think the game name is a play on that game, but I don't think there's any
It's.
real game called
I
Duck
thought it
Duck
was like.
Sploosh.
Oh, I thought it was Duck Duck Goose, but with a water balloon. Duck, 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 and then you like pop the water balloon over their
I
head.
don't know.
Um. Okay. Okay. It is a play on Duck Duck Goose. Okay. I
Yeah.
so I have a friend who grew up in Minnesota, who was always like, "It's not Duck Duck Goose. It's Duck Duck Gray Duck." And so I have a deep interest in the various like names of the regional
Mhm.
varieties on Duck Duck Goose. Anyway, Duck Duck Sploosh. I'm excited. Um, haven't been able to get this one to the table for a couple of Protospiels, so please help. It's not
Mhm.
long, but I really need to test the secret rolls. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in for this.
Oh, that's yeah.
Maybe for late night fun when your brain is fried. I mean, yes, that sounds great. Oh,
Yeah,
and I think
late
that's
night
the
for
end.
others. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
Oh my gosh.
the surprise end.
Yeah, late night for others, but morning or for
Right.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
Duck, duck, big duck, Eldritch horror. Yeah. I will play a silly take that game. I will much rather play a silly take that game than a serious take that game, because then I might just get really mad. I mean, you should just pull it out right now. We'll just play it. It's late enough for me that I'm like, sure.
What is the upper player count listed now?
8.
Okay, so you're making it official and real now. Yeah, this is the story behind this game, and why you probably have likely heard a lot about it is that Kirsten wanted to play it, and Zoe helped her add another seat to every seat. So we play it. What only went up to like 4, or maybe no, I think maybe it went up to 6, and we played like 12 people.
Nice.
Everybody was partners.
Love it.
So, because everybody just wanted to be together, and it was total chaos, but a fun memory.
Ah, sounds great. I hope to make said memory this Protospiel Online.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
All right.
We did
think that is it.
Thanks for driving and doing a lot of reading, Emily. I appreciate it. While I
No worries.
take care of everybody or make sure everybody in chat is included. Yeah, and this was our first play test of controlling the ads and having everybody mess with us.
I think it pointed out an unmet need for a game, an ad-based game. So that's the new game for next Protospiel Online. Just to add to your to-do list. We haven't even finished this one, and I'm putting something on your backlog.
Well, I'm giving that to you all. Game. That's your challenge. You guys do that.
Okay. All right. We'll have a coffee talk. We'll have a coffee talk about it.
Yes, absolutely.
We are rapidly approaching the time when I turn into a pumpkin, but I'm really going to try and stay up late this Protospiel Online because I don't have to go to the office on Monday. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt never told us.
Oh yeah.
What number?
Matthew, what's the number?
We just all won.
Yeah, because no one got it. Multiplayer victory conditions.
Right.
There we go.
Yes, the number.
Now, Matthew, yeah.
Wait, what?
Just playing dumb. I don't think Matthew's going to tell us. Is Matthew adding 78 more games?
No. Oh,
okay.
No. I don't think so. It looks like Duck Duck Splish is still the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like the Magic 8 Ball that we've been playing with a little bit is one of the activities, and like actually this felt like creepily real. Anything anybody asked it's like, yeah, yes, that's gonna happen, yes. And then I finally said, will Magic 8 Ball ever answer in the negative? And it was like, better not tell you now.
Doesn't know. Yeah.
So, yes. It's funnier than I expected it to be. That one is sponsored by Kickstarter. Nicole Amato picked it and said, that sounds hilarious. I'm like, I thought it sounded possibly a little boring, but I'm glad you feel that way. And I think I see the point now. Yeah, it's been funny.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody in chat for joining us. And I guess just talking a little bit about tomorrow. We'll be opening at noon Eastern for playtesting. LFG and Coffee Talk Voice will open then. If you're new and you've never seen that happen before, like right now you have access to the server, but those voice channels aren't there. They're just going to appear in the Coffee Talk and looking for a game section, and we'll turn on the posting in the looking for a game channel, so people will start posting their players wanted cards. You can get those. You can get the information about your game loaded into that system before we turn it on. You can enter into that form, and nothing will happen until we turn it on, and it won't be turned on until we're open hours. So you can have it queued up, and then you can just select the name of the game that you want to use, and it will populate everything in the form, and you can just send it. So that'll save you time. You can do it in advance, or just at least once you've done it once in the weekend, you can keep posting the same game without as much filling out. So yeah, and please play the activities and give me your feedback about them, especially like while you're hanging out, and coffee talk is a really good time to do that. And and everybody send Matthew hate mail.
Derwin has a real question, which is, did you get rid of the team chat channel or make it event only?
Team chat channel? No. What?
I don't
What do you
know.
mean event only? I'm confused.
I don't know. There is a team chat channel. I don't think you're on Team Diamond. Are you on Team Diamonds? Did I welcome you to Team Diamonds and already forget?
I think you
best team
haven't.
captain.
I think you haven't joined your team yet, Derwent, but I don't know why you wouldn't have.
Oh. Yeah, we definitely have a Team Diamonds chat.
Yeah. you BR beated? I don't know. I'll check it out, and
Okay.
I'll make sure you get into your team. I don't think I saw you do it. Yeah. Do that.
Yeah. I don't think we have a ton of people on Team Diamonds yet, but
yeah, I don't know. I've been watching your teams, and they're about equal. Like they're within count 2 of each other. Yeah. So and yeah, in future too, the goal is always for the badges to be open so much earlier than they've been open lately. So you'll have more time in your team's normal session wise. But yeah, this one has been lots of background work, lots of tech difficulties I've been cleaning up that I think are solved and will not get in my way. And you can have the summer to play with each other too, for your August badges if you come to August.
Yes.
The really cool winter team. No, team channels will not be renamed. I've considered it already, and it won't happen. So.
Derwent broke their team. Cool.
What are you saying to me?
Me?
Because you're not. Nothing. Oh, because Kirsten is not on Hearts.
No, Matthew's not on Hearts.
Oh,
Matthew Hawker's not Play Cool Games.
Oh, okay.
Is not on Hearts. I don't know what.
I see. Yeah, yes, a very nice Hallmark thank you card would be plenty of payment for the 30 hours it would take me to change all the team names. I'd be happy to.
I can't tell if Matthew wants to send the Hallmark card to you or to Kristen.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Things did get rearranged a little bit too in the server. That was another thing that happened.
Diamonds, Derwin.
You found it. Good job.
Derwin just showed up on Team Diamonds, rocking and rolling.
I think also the channels are not going to move around very much anymore. I think I'm finally settled with getting rid of the play testing of, do we need this channel? Does it need to be a channel like this? Where should it be sorted? All of that. I feel very good about where we landed recently. So hopefully I don't have to confuse you all anymore, and you can get used to where yes, where channels are. Yay, good. You're all settled. I'm glad.
Excellent.
And get the shout outs are not only for the weekend. We probably should model doing them a little sooner, because we can do shout outs about these streams, anything we want. So we'll get those started through this
I did
weekend.
great last time on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday were a disaster, and I did all my shout outs on Monday. And I was like,
That's
just
why we give you
chugging through
extra
them.
time.
Chugging
That's
through
why we
them.
give you extra. Yeah, I think I'll give you actually a whole week this time.
Ooh.
Just right along with the activities also will be open for a whole week after the event. So yeah. All right. All the questions answered. Anything else before we say goodnight? And get some sleep so we can start playtesting tomorrow?
Finish digitizing, then start playtesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also won't be up until 2 a.m. doing stuff. Just a real quick one.
I don't think I
think he's messing with
I don't
us.
trust. I feel like Matthew Hawker is trying to pull a Joe Cal. Ooh, any Protospiel secrets?
Protospiel secrets. I guess I know the secret of what the word is in Wordity right now, but I'm not going to tell you because that would break the game. Just
nobody has to know.
Yes, exactly. Nope. Secret to having an awesome Protospiel is setting aside time so you can be with everybody. Joe Slack was giving like 3 tips for a good Protospiel weekend, and I think that was a very good one. Like, make it your weekend. Don't make it like something that is, if at all possible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can be like a vacation at home where you get to be with a lot of people, even though you didn't have to leave your house. It's pretty awesome. I definitely treat it that way. And do not be afraid to test your game, even if it doesn't work or you don't think it's going to work. That's the whole point. Nobody's going to judge you or shame you or anything like that. They're going to be excited to brainstorm with you, and you're fine. And I can't remember what the last one was. Did you see it too, Emily? No, you're on a different team, so you can't see it. I have the God powers where I can see all of your teams. Just a stream secret. Yeah, nobody else watches these. Yeah. And well, I think play bingo. It makes for a great kind of journal and memory piece for next time for you to keep after the weekend too. I collect mine all up. I have tested some truly broke of your own, right, Jack?
Yeah.
Your own piles of garbage.
Jack's like, let me tell you about some of Emily's games from last time.
Yes. Yes. Hot Garbage. I have a game called Hot Garbage from somebody in the Game Crafter, at least, community. I'm not sure if they've ever gone to a Protospiel, but...
Wait, suddenly Matthew Hawker's on Team Hearts?
Okay, so now you agree that you want the channel to be called Cool People or whatever it was.
Oh, so are there? Okay, so that maybe that's what's going on. There's a bunch of people assigned to teams that aren't quite joining or showing up. All right.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Kirsten is somebody that helps with some of the background stuff, so she can see the place where it's assigned, right? Yeah. That's also something that people assume that when you say be right there is when the decision about your team is being made, but actually it's already been made and you're just going to the place that you've been assigned already.
Wonderful.
All right, folks.
All right.
They're keeping us in jail, Emily. They're like, well, if you're gonna ask us if we want to say goodbye to you, the answer is no. So you don't get to go to bed.
Yeah, but Jack, if you keep purchasing badges until you get on Derwent's team, then you also get on my team. So I'm just saying, totally worth it. Hashtag worth it.
Somebody purchasing like, I don't know, however many, because potentially, if you bought them all really fast, if you bought 4 badges, you'd get on every team and you like have alter egos. I'm going to be on Team Diamonds and Spades.
Yeah. This is the 3-hour Midwest goodbye. And I'm not even in the Midwest. We don't do this in Boston. I'm like, what is happening? How does this work?
All
Glitch
right.
cat. If it is, it'll be a great stream of watching me sleep. Like slowly, like the lights will go off in here, and I'll just be like, my little hood up, and
Right.
be like,
yeah, it's like that has totally been done on Twitch. Actually, just somebody living their whole entire life, never turning the stream off for like world record. That's not my bag.
Terrible.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, I'm too old for that. I'm too something for that. Too stick in the mud for that. Oh man.
We need, you know what we need? I need to learn how to have all of you raid somebody. You're like, we don't want to go to bed. And I'm like, all right, you go and hang out with whatever, like the people in Europe. or yeah, wherever it's their early day. Yeah. People in New Zealand right now.
Yeah.
Their streams. Go see their streams. I actually think I have learned how to do a raid-ish, kind of. It's just that I don't really know. I don't have my list of people to watch to send you to. And they would probably be like, who are these people? This Protospiel? Right?
Protospiel? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great conversation.
No, I don't think I'll throw you anyone this time.
That's true, Kirsten. The deck is,
right. It's true. All right. We're going to say goodnight. We're going to just like make you take us out of jail, whether you're going to accept it or not. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good night. And thanks for coming.
Good night, y'all.